to help. This is Zin's time to shine. This is Zin's chance to come back.
Again, like we mentioned before, Zin needs to turn on the Jets and get this over with quickly to save all that energy for score attack. And if they're able to continue to have monster plays like that, this is going to be very beneficial. But if it turns into a little bit of what we saw from that game 2, things could take a turn for the worst. At least in Zin's perspective.
Indeed. Yeah. Overall, Zin's board is very clean. I mean, both players' boards are fairly clean, but Zin has a much better board state. Shocky's garbage is kind of just blocked off by the rest of his stack.
All right, Zin, a couple skims trying to clean up that stack as... Oh, does get to the garbage in time for the T-spin double.
Very good. This is probably a prime opportunity to use zone, and that's what he does, exactly.
Ooh,
ooh, nice.
Oh,
but that's a bit of a misdrop. How is Zin gonna? That's gonna cut it. Oh yeah, that's gonna be too much for Shocky to handle. Just does not have the room on the board. Zin's gonna take this zone battle. Zin's gonna take this to game point, round point, something like that.
I think game point is appropriate. It is a game mode, so.
All right, I'll take note on that.
But no, like initially, like I looked over at Shocky's board to see if they had anything ready, prepped to deal with Zin's zone, and they had only ended with about, I think, 16 lines worth of an Octorisk. Which again, that happens, you know, like sometimes the board state is just not in your favor. But when you know Zin has a completely dream-filled board of like T-spin doubles and Tetrises to boot, you're going to need a lot stronger than that in order to make sure that your attack is safe for another day. And we see 49 there from Zin. Shocky trying to use the IRS and a little bit of pole vaulting to get as much out of that zone attack.
I mean, yeah, everyone knows Tetris is one of the most athletic games out there. Oh my goodness.
And both players working on keeping back-to-back, but although I think, as I say that, there might be a misdrop on Shocky's board, that's going to cause a little bit of a damper in their efficiency. And Zin with some combo play, that's still going to send cheese, but there's a nice, lovely down stack for Shocky waiting at the end of it.
Yeah. Zin did a good job trying to take advantage of the situation that Shocky was in for a little bit. But Shocky managed to find a really good out, and that kind of, that evened it up.
Ooh, this is a rough spot right now for Shocky. Has access to the clean board. 48 is going to be enough.
Neutralizes that garbage. Oh, but the cheese is gonna start coming in since Zin sent this to phase 3.
Shocky, again, is one of the stronger players at dealing with a lot of cheese, but needs to be really careful because if you are stuck playing defense in TEC, it can very quickly snowball into disaster. And right now you can see Zin, a beautiful
nice T-spin triple. Okay. Yeah, Shocky doing a lot here, like scrambling to just make some neat stacks, trying to make some neat Tetrises on top of this cheese on his board. And Zin entering zone. Shocky's gonna have to try. Shocky's gonna have to try and find a good place to zone. He opts for there. Doing a lot of upstacking. Doesn't really have the best pieces to go about it. I'm not sure about the efficiency here.
For phase 3, and that's
everything is it's not being too kind to him. There is a bit of a down stack, but I'm not sure if there's enough.
Well, I think those two
just really get another zone, but oof.
Fire double.
No, rest. It was just delaying the inevitable. Zin's gonna be taking that one. Wow.
And you can see with the speed difference, 143 drops per minute. Not many players in the scene are capable of going that fast. And when you have all the room in the world to play with speed advantage in TEC, the zone meter is going to be the only thing that Zin is looking for. And a 4-1. Again, Shocky still managing to take a game and keeping Zin in check. But that is going to be very good stuff that Zin is hopefully going to capitalize on and try and run through with score attack. But again, as we mentioned before, this is going to be the potential poetic ending for yet another Shocky and Zin trifecta set.
Yeah, I don't think there's any better way to conclude this match.
It's definitely going to be exciting, especially how close that these matches have been in the past too.
Yeah, like it really does come all to this. Like, I mean, we saw Zin had the guideline advantage. Shocky, I mean, had the. It was a bit cut. It was cut a bit short, but I mean, Shocky very clearly had like the classic chops. And now they're gonna kind of meld in score attack, and we're gonna see exactly how it is, like what it is that causes the winning player to move on. This is gonna be so stressful to watch.
I want to find some like papers so I can write down like scores when they pass certain score thresholds to mimic like a pace counter.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, because you definitely have, Super Shocky, who wrote the guide on ST stacking. So, he's got that down. But then, as you've mentioned, you have Zin, who has the ability to play on those higher speeds, which, I mean, I've seen it myself. He's gotten some impressive points post that level 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because especially, like, obviously, maintaining clean ST stack up until nearly speed level 28 and 29 is... like unfathomable in most situations. But the thing is, like, Shocky legitimately needs to have a big enough lead by the time their stack starts to dissolve. Because if Zin's able to keep surviving on, they can easily get 100,000, 200, sometimes even 300,000 points above where Shocky can play. And that difference just has to get made up somewhere. Otherwise, it's going to be a Zin victory.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, will Shocky... Because I know there have been some strategies that have been used by some score attack players in the past to play, fast while maintaining the ST stack to put that time pressure on players towards that later speeds. Because seeing that blinking, you have 1 minute and X amount of seconds to chase down a score can definitely be nerve-wracking.
All right, so I think no question between Shocky and Zin. Both are going to be more than comfortable with a level 20 start, but a T to start off the ST stacking. A little bit awkward. So let's see how both of them decide to get into our beloved board state.
Yeah, they both had different approaches to like start building that ST stacking too.
And I think... Oh, actually, I'm not entirely sure where it was burned. I think Zin only used one T piece in building that up, where I think Shocky might have used two. Oh, I might be wrong. I might have just missed it when it.
Yes, Shocky definitely used two to build up. There was one that was kind of like in column 2 and 3, if I'm remembering correctly.
A little interesting to see that decision from Shocky, but then again, if they're able to keep the T-spins more clean over a long period of time, that opening gambit, for lack of better terms, might be worth it.
Yeah, very key to, maintain these back-to-backs here.
You can see, like, the exact amount of points that are between both of our players, like, it's just thousands of points at this point because we're not really getting any soft drops, and with the seamless amount of... Oh, okay, never mind. We got 5 points somewhere. I think there might have been a T-spin kick that didn't clear lines, but I'm not entirely positive. Or it could have been a combo, I suppose. I think combo also gives you a little multiplier.
Yeah, I think this is probably, out of like all the game modes, this is probably one that is like the most tense, especially at this earlier stage of the game where players are just maintaining it, because it's, one misdrop or one error in maintaining this ST stack could set you back by tremendous amounts.
Yeah, Zin has already had to break back-to-back. We're at about 830 from Shocky after 60 lines. We'll have to see if Zin can make up that deficit. There might be enough points in order to get to that point, but you can see both players are taking this first round especially slow compared to what they can play at, to try and be try and determine who's going to win the efficiency game for game one.
Yeah, and this towards like this middle section of the piece, you saw Shocky really kind of like prolonging, holding out for the right pieces, and it's very always impressive to me how he's able to maintain this while, you know, building up so high in the center, because all it takes is just a small error.
Honestly, like this, like 1.1 at 80 lines, this was like phenomenal pace. I mean, we could be looking at a 1.4 million by 100 lines, which a lot of those, you know, 2.7, 2.8 million scores that tend to be what we see at the higher ends of play. We're going to require those high amounts of transition between Shocky and or Zin. Yeah, 1.372. I think one T-spin double should put Shocky above 1.4, and there it is, the 1.4 just barely. They're going to need every edge they can get if Zin's able to play through level 30 and beyond.
Yeah, I mean, this has been flawless from Shocky, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's been a break yet.
I would say that's probably a safe bet. I don't think they have had any back-to-back issues. So I guess that use of the T pieces early I think is probably safe to say was definitely in Shocky's best interest.
This is tense.
And right now as well, Zin has a little bit of an awkward spot with the eyepiece count. You can see it's an odd number of pieces on that column 10, which means that Zin has to be a little careful with when they decide to put eyepieces in which column, because they might inadvertently clear lines and break back-to-back if that's the case.
That is true.
It's one of the most, I think, one of the more difficult parts, especially if you start picking up ST stacking over a non-typical method of doing it. For example, like if you were to do like a TKI into ST stacking, you usually run into that problem pretty early, and it can be like it's doable, but it is by no means the easiest. Although, Shocky has a little bit of a misdrop with the O piece high up on the board. Still a formidable lead.
It's gonna lead to a break eventually. Yeah, and there it is.
It skims over the top. T-spin double, still like speed level 27, and again, that efficiency has been proving to be quite useful, as I don't know how much of a lead that Zin's going to be able to bring back from this, even if Shocky didn't have the cleanest finish over that ST stacking. A lead like this over 2 minutes, like Zin is going to have to find the perfect compromise between speed and efficiency in order to try and make this comeback. And with the T misdrop over on the bottom,
oh no,
it's not going to be easy.
It looks like Zin might even try and go for ST up this high, which is a bit on the riskier side of things.
I feel like Zin just doesn't really have a lot of options, though.
Yeah, the timer started ticking down. Level 25, so not too much room to play.
And another back-to-back pop. Let's see, how much are these T-spins doing? About 40k per, so we're going to need probably in the wheelhouse of 8 or so T-spin doubles, but we are running out of time.
Definitely doable, though. Only 200,000 points left.
Oh, there we go. 150k left at speed level 27. Can Zin continue the ST onto level 28? 50,000 points. A last T-spin, and there it is!
What a chase down over there by Zin. And it, you know, kind of went to say how it was that small inefficiency over there from Shocky that has now put him in a position to where he won't be able to repeat as a 4-time champion.
Yeah, and the 2.5 to 2.6 million score. I mean, both of these players at peak are going to be around just under the 3 million wheelhouse, but usually seeing anything around 2.8 is substantial. And definitely, if you are Shocky in this position, this is essentially tournament points for their livelihood, and they need to be very careful with how they go about this ST stack.
Yeah, once again, differing approaches to how they opened up the ST stack. And Shocky's playing noticeably faster a lot earlier on than what we saw in the last game, too.
Well, it's a little interesting of a decision. I'm not sure if this is going to be better or worse. I think that's too early to call. But especially intrigued to see if they think that that's going to work out, especially if Zin is trying to play the slow game. Maybe if they're unaware of how much in lines that they fall behind, Zin could get caught off guard with a tough chase down.
Yeah, because already almost doubles Zin's lines, which, you know, once again, still early game, so it still remains to be seen how it's going to impact things. But we saw, you know, how close or how far Shocky was ahead in the last game, and he didn't start playing fast until, I want to say, like, towards the latter half of level 20.
Yeah, I think once Shocky hit that level 20 transition, I think that was where they started to try and play a little bit to that speed difference. Which, I mean, technically, Zin is likely the one to have the speed advantage. I think Shocky's mainly doing that just to try and put that extra chase down pressure onto Zin. Oh, a little awkward on the T pieces there for Shocky, having to place 2 over on the side of the stack. It's still ahead by...
Ooh, wow, look at how high Shocky's building up that center.
This is just the... There is no fear on this Shocky stack. Honestly, things seem to be looking good. Already past the 1 million points after barely 80 lines.
Sheer levels of efficiency.
Alright, 10 more lines to Shocky before we start getting over to our faster levels. We're at the 1.3. I think this is likely to be another 1.4 million transition. And with that T-spin, yeah, again, I think the exact same amount of points, 1.408 from Shocky. Zin right now 30 lines behind. Again, over 2 minutes of difference is going to be, I mean, what, 15 lines a minute, so 1 line every 4 seconds. Not too bad, but I guess if you're skimming singles on line 30, that might be a little bit more of a problem than you would expect.
Yeah, especially when you consider now, in addition to the chase down, there's going to be added pressure from the chase down timer. Because Shocky has just been flawless with this maintenance of this ST stack.
But again, we saw like it came down to 1 misdrop around level 26 for Shocky, and their efficiency was almost gone at that point. Alright, Zin approaching the level 21 as well, but getting really high up and running out of ideas. Oh, the piece dependencies are not great.
I'm real curious to how Zin can solve this. It looks like...
Hey, is that clean?
Wait, that looks like 3... Is that clean?
I think with the exception of the, what is that, L or J at the top.
Yeah, that's the L at the top, right? Yeah.
And that is, everything else was perfectly clean, and they transitioned at 1.396. So pace-wise, only behind by about half a T-spin double. And at line 30, that's probably just going to be a couple of skims.
Oh, I like the way that Zin decided that. Very nice.
Beautiful solve from Zin. And yeah, you can see, yeah, the pressure is on for Shocky to play almost perfectly.
And he's done so. I mean, there hasn't been any breaks.
Yeah, I think I remember I think it was either last year or year before, like 28, 29 is about where Shocky starts to tap out of that perfect efficiency. But it's 28, and we're still getting these T-spin doubles. We'll have to see, is Shocky going to try and go for the T-spin double into Tetris at level 29? Might be there. The pieces are in perfect order.
Nice.
2.86, and we're still going. Shocky now trying to work with the master mode levels of speed, almost to a 2.9. And in just under 6 minutes.
And there's the level 30. Wow. All right, so Zen has to come back 1 million points in the next 2 minutes.
And this is a 2-minute chase down timer. So 500,000 points per minute.
Ooh.
Going to be a lot, but there's a lot of runway to make it happen.
It's definitely going to be a reliance, I feel like, on that post 20, post 30 play, or post 29, post 30 play.
All right, taking a skim there, but already we've only decreased that lead by 100,000. And I think that early speed up from Shocky might be part of what makes this possible, on top of that flawless play. Well, 26, Zen still got some runway left. Oh, okay, maybe I'm eating my words. That's 400k of that deficit gone in a minute.
Level 27.
He's still...
Okay.
Oh, there's the 28, 289,000. Oh,
Right.
speed level
There's
29. Oh, we are running out of the ST daylight. We're at speed level 30. This is where Zen has to shine.
The stack was also brought down incredibly low, so a bit more maneuverability.
Oh, the T-spin double on line 30. 85,000 points, but we're playing beyond master mode levels of speed. And Zen is losing control of TAS.
It's incredibly tough. Not sure if Zen can find any of the pieces needed.
Level 32, 60,000 points, just barely.
Oh my gosh.
Singles and doubles.
But also the time. He has no time. Time's up.
Oh my.
37,000 points. That is ridiculous.
A double 2.8 million game for game 2 between Shocky and Zen. And all that was left was 38,000 points and 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, even when, even if Zen were to get all the right pieces and be able to maneuver things, the time pressure was just so drastic. Like, he only had 2 seconds to make up 40,000 points. Like, some crazy stuff, some crazy magic would have had to happen right there.
I mean, they got some of that magic too. Like, the T-spin double on line 30, I think it almost transitioned into 31 at that point. I mean, like, that is a tremendous amount of points to close that gap, but it was still just barely not enough to get over the high 2.8 million score from Shocky. And we are
really, in Shocky's case, I think it was those very minor inefficiencies from Zen that generated that 40,000 point gap at the end. Because if Zen would have played flawless, then Shocky would have just not been able to score as much simply because Zen played longer.
Oh my goodness. And both players are at the point where they're doing T-spin double into Tetris on a combo to maximize their points, and now they have no difference anymore. We're getting to the point where comboing through ST stacking is where these differences are coming from. Something that in almost every other scenario would be negligible. It's like we don't really get the same as like push down points between classic, but like this is about as like hyper optimized as we're seeing. One T-spin double, 2 lines apart. So Shocky right now is not going to have to take advantage of the chase down pace.
Zen definitely playing faster and, understandably so.
Oh, and a little bit. Okay, Zen is, I think, with the combo is ahead by 75 points. Oh no!
Shocky had to break.
Skims for Shocky.
It was just a really unfortunate J piece that had no real way to continue the ST stack, and that's a huge concern. Fortunately, it was a break that's earlier, so it's not like as detrimental as later game breaks as like what we saw in game 1, but a break versus no break is definitely not a good omen.
Yeah, 44,000 point deficit. It's going to be a little over 1 T-spin, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that is the difference right now in pace. But Zen right now also has a really high built-up stack. And they're going to get the combo, get a little bit of extra points, probably within the like 1,000 or 2,000 point range. But any little advantage, as we saw how minute the difference was by the level 31, any extra points for Zen are going to be well appreciated.
Shocky had to do another break. Just these J pieces have been kind of a thorn in Shocky's side. They've been constantly forcing him to go for a skim at some point.
Man, especially having the the high build on the left side as well makes ST stacking so much harder. And you can see able to get a couple of really nice pieces there in the middle. Get that middle of the stack a little bit higher so they have time to stall pieces in the center and then place left and right as they see fit.
Oh, there's another break.
Back-to-back break. And Shocky's going to be the one responsible for the chase down, but they don't really have the same expertise in master mode that Zen does in order to bank on just getting a couple more lines.
This is a very tough situation for Shocky. However, things can happen.
1.44 on 100 lines for Zen, or I think it might have been 102.
I believe that's the highest that we've seen at going into level 21.
And Shocky's about over 50k behind. I think at line 30 might only be 1 T-spin double, but you don't want to bank on a level 30 T-spin double. And I think right now the ball is in Zen's court. If they're able to maintain perfect efficiency, they have the greater survivability going into speed level 30.
Yeah, that is definitely the biggest concern here for Shocky.
All right, we're only 4 lines apart, but almost 200,000 apart per player. You can see keeping back-to-back as desperately as possible between both Zen and Shocky. We approach the 2 million point mark on both players' matrices.
Shocky, having to use that T piece to fill in that T chasm on the left instead of using it for a T spin.
If they're able to continue the efficiency with Tetris's, might be. Oh no, Zen at the top of the board having a couple of issues. This could be.
Wait, this could be huge.
This could be what Shocky is looking for.
I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but you know, all the breaks that Shocky had were on level 20.
It's about to be. I think we're about even in pace. Oh, and Zen does not have a clear board. 2 wasted T pieces.
Oh, this is huge. This is the kind of stuff that you see in, like, you know, those cheesy Disney movies with, like, the last second comeback.
Oh, Shocky is going to try and get as much of an advantage as they possibly can going into level 28. Zen right now is playing a bit of center well and skims. But because they're at a higher level, that efficiency is going to die down very quickly. We do get the Tetris.
Shocky looks like he's going to try and go for, the T-spin.
Oh, 2.75.
T-spin Tetris combo. Oh, he can't quite. Oh, he keeps misdropping over the well. But Zen also in trouble. Oh my gosh. There's actually no way.
2.76 from Shocky. A incredible recovery.
Oh my gosh. That is... You can't make this stuff up. You actually can't make this stuff up. Oh my gosh. A comeback all orchestrated by a misdrop, I believe that was on level 24, level 25 from Zen. And Shocky, for, what is this, the 4th year in a row, has made it to the finals.
Well, just by the skin of their teeth as well. I don't know if it's been that close between Shocky and Zen before, but what a performance. Especially the double 2.8 million game from round 2. Some of the best that the scene has to offer. And all it comes down to, I think, combined, barely 400,000 points over 3 games. And Shocky has advanced to finals for the 3rd year in a row, looking for the three-peats.
But that also,
Wow.
you know, I think that illustrates like a key point that, you know, even though Shocky had, I think, I counted like 5 or 6 breaks on level 20, he played flawlessly post 21. And Zen just had a crucial misdrop on, like I said, that level 24, that level 25, that allowed Shocky to recuperate all of that deficiency that was generated in those earlier levels. And at the end, it was just barely enough.
Yeah, and Shocky was, I think, that was their lowest 21 transition. They transitioned with about, like, I think 100,000 less points than they did in both game 1 and 2. But still, just that extra play post, like, 27, 28 was all the difference that it made. And as soon as the door opened, they immediately walked in and said, "This is my game to claim."
Oh my goodness. That is, you couldn't ask for a better score attack match. Oh my goodness. Like that second round really had me like tensing up, because it's like Shocky could have easily lost it all there, and he's managed to stay in just by like a hair's width. It was just, oh my, like, oh, everything was down to the wire those last 2 rounds. You just could not ask for better. It was crazy.
Yeah, huge props to Shocky, because Shocky had to essentially reverse sweep, because, you know, that first game, you know, it was kind of almost an inverse situation what happened in game 3. Shocky had that misdrop of that level 24, level 25, and Zen just had plenty of runway to chase it down. But so, you know, once again, also props to Zen, because that was,
oh my, like,
tremendous.
I mean, props to Zen for keeping a good fight against Shocky every single time, every single year. Like if there's any consistencies here, it's the fact that like Zen will constantly keep fighting Shocky for a win, and it'll be close every single time.
I mean, to go down to Shocky 3 years in a row, I mean, like, there's not really any other player you could lose to at this rate. I feel like we just need, like, the runner-up bracket of everyone except Shocky at this point, just to see. Because I feel like a lot of Zen's play, like, consistent 2.5 and above on score attack with the potential of nearly 3 million. I mean, obviously, we were unfortunately not able to see a lot of the Classic, but is also one of the top zone battle players that we've seen in the scene. Like most other players would be very terrified against Zen, and Shocky is one of the few that's able to, I mean, you know, it wasn't easy, but was able to take the win over Zen for that set.
Indeed. But man, that was so crazy.
Yeah. And up next, yeah, I mean, that's 1 match down. We still have 3 more to go. And the next one is going to be Sake Gohan versus Doremy. Whew, that is tough.
This is
Definitely.
Yeah, this is going to be a treat to watch from start to finish, regardless of the game modes that are played.
Yeah. Sake Gohan, I mean, Sake Gohan, previously known as Akashi Robo, kind of running through brackets left and right for this game, just kind of like showing an enormous display of like top level skill, like best of the best. Really, like, there's not enough words, or maybe too many words, that you could use to describe how Sake Gohan plays. And it's, from what I'm hearing, they've also been picking up a lot of Classic, so like, who knows, all of these modes are going to be a toss-up, because Sake Gohan's going to be able to play through all of them. And then there's Doremy, who's a very familiar, very well-known name in the community, been around for a very long time, and, you know, has had a really good display of consistency throughout the years. Really strong in the guideline aspect. I'm not too sure on their classic experience.
Doremy has a Maxim Classic. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
both of these
I feel like I should
believe
know
can
that at this point, but yeah.
Which again, I will post another fun fact as well. They were, I believe, second place in the first iteration of Trifecta back in 2022. I forget where the placing was over last year, because I know Araki was the other player that made it to the finals then. So Doremy has only made it to the finals in Trifecta when they played. I see. And then I think their only plays like between Akashi Robo individually as a matchup has been with Zone Battle. But then again, most other players that have matched up with Sake Gohan in Zone Battle usually doesn't end well. And it's surprising to say, because again, we've got players like OSW, Jaden, Uya Shota that have been able to take on Sake Gohan. But I think in TECWC have not taken even a single game, which is very, very rare, even from a Zone Battle standpoint.
Zone Battle SR being at 18,000 is ridiculous.
To look at that 18,000. Oh, I remember when Kazu was playing in Trifecta, you could see, like, it wasn't, I don't think it was as big, but like you could still see that his Zone Battle SR kind of overshadowed his score attack in classic score attack SRs. So it's like you can tell, like, that is a scary skill level.
But again, like, don't be fooled by just the fact that 18K is a big number. Again, we're seeing 12K in the score attack SR, and even a respectable 9,000 in classic, which a lot of modern players can barely get close to. I mean, obviously Doremy was able to get a very strong classic score attack in their own right, but that is one of a very few select amount of players that you could probably count on one hand at this point. Oh, and score attack, that's rank 2?
Ooh.
Oh, gee.
Oh, I see.
I'm not, like, it's hard to figure out. I think a lot of people, when they talk about Tetris Effect, they're really only talking about the Zone Battle SR. It's like, it's kind of scary to put into perspective, like, the rankings of the other SRs, because, you know, yeah, but before we begin, we're waiting for these players to still get themselves ready. We're gonna really quickly shout out Hyperkin once again for sponsoring, providing some stuff, including these very nice Tetris themed smartwatch bands, and of course the Tetris Effect connected Switch carrying case. Both really high quality, both really good stuff. There are also the pixel art controllers here. They match the themes that you see on the smartwatch bands. All very nice controllers, all pretty quality stuff. You can check out Hyperkin's stuff online. And Shen did mention that there is a discount if you use the promo code in the Hyperkin store.
Yep, TECWC 2024 gets you 20% off, and I believe they also have bundles on their website, as you mentioned earlier, which, if you get some of their bundles, you will get a copy of Tetris Effect as well with that. So if you've been looking not only to gift some cool merch, but to gift the game of TEC, might be something you can look into as well.
Yeah. And another thing to look at are these wonderful trophies that our winners will be getting, or podium rather. Unfortunately, I did get word from Austin, they do not levitate, which is a little disappointing.
Could have used some kind of like magnetism to accomplish that.
Yeah, but these are very nice, very clean trophies. Obviously these are the Trifecta ones. I believe we've seen the ones for the other modes, but the other modes will be getting trophies as well. Yep. Here they are.
These recipients have already decided. So I think it was, what was it? I think Dog is going to get the classic one, which is yellow, and then Sake Gohan and Shocky, respectively, both still in Trifecta, already getting one of those trophies for Zone Battle and Score Attack. And it looks like we're getting off to Zone Battle as their mode of choice. And I think for Sake Gohan, there's no better place to start.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing. We're probably gonna be seeing a few very, very nasty plays from both players here. As you can see, doremy, Doremy's been here for many years and, you know, still keeping up to speed fairly well. However, Sake Gohan just has efficiency on, like, some other level and is already into zone, but Doremy's going to be following suit. Both players pretty efficient going into it.
Oh, only one Tetris for Sake Gohan. They do block off part of their stack.
Ooh!
It could be a third solve if they find
that's a
something.
nice...
There it is!
Oh
82!
my goodness, an 82 attack curve right off the bat?
Oh, you can see Doremy with the incredible survival, able to stay alive a little bit longer, but having some issues on the down stack. Sake Gohan gonna try and run with this option. And 17 lines.
Doremy neutralized it really well. Like, that was an 82 attack curve. If it weren't for the ulti, if it weren't for that well-played zone, like, Doremy wouldn't be around right now. Suffering a few misdrops, a bit of a messy board, but, you know, able to recover from that very nicely. Just has a lot of pressure to deal with, however.
Oh,
and
an
an
IP
drop. Ugh.
Yeah, and the fact that Sake Gohan can push it into phase 3 so quickly, usually before their second
that was a minute and a half. Like, normally we'd still be in, like, the thick of phase 2. That was phase 3. That shows how quickly a match against Sake Gohan's going to be.
Yeah, we are at a point where 130 drops per minute is starting to be considered slow by player standards. But again, if like any player is more accustomed to dealing with speed deficit, I feel like it is going to be Doremy.
Yeah, and Doremy is going to be starting off with... well, not starting off. We're going to be starting the zone game here. Getting a nice, respectable 19, 54 attack, but Sake Gohan already very clean with it.
Oh, going to be looking for another...
Oh, going to be looking for... Not just gets an ulti, but that's still 70 attack. That is...
Imagine having 2 zones in tournament and averaging 75.
Yeah.
A 75 average.
A 75
and the
average.
mid-game all clear. Oh, they're going to go into TD. They're going to go into TD. Okay. All right, the garbage is received in time.
Yeah,
so
Doremy's doing a good job of, like, mitigating things. Had some very interesting T-spin finds in the middle of the stack. Still at a disadvantage. And then Sake Gohan with the King Crimson, putting that T-spin triple on top of an STSD. That is... Oh, and Doremy's pulling out some fancy tricks, too. Like...
Oh, but Sake Gohan only needs to counter 20 lines right now, and most of it is going in. 62!
That is a huge chunk of garbage incoming. Doremy has a lot of upstacking to do. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, that is gonna be one hell of a downstack to go through. That is a lot of garbage.
Well, we do see the cut copy, which will help with the damage, but we also need to find a way to get this meter up.
Doremy's still finding lines in here. Still finding enough lines to get the quarter zones. Like...
Oh,
but not for long.
You showed a defense.
Oh, like... Oh my goodness, that was 2 minutes. That was a 2-minute round, but that still felt like a long time. We're gonna... Oh, goodness me.
All right, and so Sake Gohan this time starting with the TDPC.
Oh yeah, not quite able to get the perfect clear, and Doremy's gonna be able to send some garbage before Sake Gohan can get to it.
This is definitely much appreciated on Doremy's side. You don't want to be eating the PC looping. Because, again, as we saw from Araki in sets past, as well as from Sake Gohan during the zone battle bracket, PC loop zones are terrifying.
Yeah.
All right, both players are holding on to zone right now. Neither player wants to pull the trigger. All right, never mind.
Yeah, well, Doremy's gonna get the first shot in, and we're gonna have to see what Sake Gohan does to counteract it.
Ooh.
I have a feeling with how little's on Sake Gohan's board that there's going to be I feel like there's a perfect clear inbound, but I don't want to like set it in stone and say so.
Oh, you don't know what you have done. You may have fulfilled a prophecy.
No, not quite. No, we're good. 70
Oh, but
attack,
another
though, still.
70!
Look at that! Doremy has an empty board and has, like, no real choice other than to, like, suffer a huge spike that is phase 3 garbage. We're only about a minute in, and there's phase 3 garbage on the board. The cheese is already being sent out.
Hold on, down stack.
Oh, look at this down stack! Doremy doing a very good job with survival here.
Alright, yeah, again, your options are severely limited when you're stuck in the down stack mentality, but Doremy is finding options seemingly out of nowhere to keep themselves alive.
Honestly, it seems like no.
How
even
fast
if
was
Doremy,
that from Sake Gohan?
I didn't even get a chance to look over. Like, I blinked and the zone was already done with an ulti. Like, come on, man. Oh, that is... I mean, that is just a display of prowess. And, like, look at Doremy's stats. Those are amazing stats. More than 2 pieces per second. Nearly 2.5. Like,
yeah, and
all of this, and Sake Gohan is still completely outspeeding Doremy, going above and beyond in terms of efficiency. Like, it really shows how much of a different level Sake Gohan is on when it comes to zone battle. It is like that staggering.
I feel like when they're the like really how do I phrase it? I feel like I've seen like job listings that say, can you work in a high-paced, fast environment? And like everyone knows that it's just like, you know, you want me to put on 3 hats at once. I think they're just looking for Sake Gohan right now. This individual has just like seemingly done everything you could want and then some.
Yeah, like...
Oh no, curb incoming? Curb incoming?
Curb imminent? No, not quite. 59
on the ulti.
You know, it's weird. It's weird to call 59 attack ultis. Like, that's a low for Sake Gohan, but for most players we've seen, that is about average.
All right, we can see 56k from Sake Gohan. We're about to hit phase 3, and Doremy's able to work their way down to a manageable stack and pops the zone before the phase 3 timer hits.
Yeah, that was a really good call from Doremy, being able to use that phase 2 zone timer to just squeeze in a little bit more time to think, getting a nice solid round 60 ulti there. All right. And Sake Gohan is here to contend. Nice T-spin triple in the middle of the zone. Little bit of Ren to follow.
All right, and another 59 perfect answer.
Oh my, yeah, and Doremy has a little bit of cheese, but like both players well into phase 3 here. Not a lot of garbage, but I mean, Sake Gohan's obviously gunning to change that. But Doremy, like, I feel like Doremy in this situation, despite the fact that there is a lot on the line here and the odds are against him, like, it really is. It seems like he's really managing to maintain a cool. It doesn't seem like there's not a lot of issues on his end, save for like a few misdrops. But like overall, I don't think there's like panicking that's going on. And look at this down stack.
I have forgotten to mention this before. This is also the same player that during TECWC has taken games off of Kazu and Uyashoda, 2 of the names that usually seemed untouchable even a couple of months ago. And wow, what a down stack for Doremy!
That was such a beautiful down stack. But the rest isn't going to. The aftermath isn't going to be too kind. That was such a beautiful down stack. It sucks to end that way. Ugh.
I mean, look at the zone attack though from Doremy. It was actually higher than Sake Gohan's.
Yeah, so Sake Gohan's efficiency matched Doremy's speed there. It's just like Doremy's going as fast as he can, but as fast as he's going, Sake Gohan is sending attacks. It's crazy.
Oh, and now especially for Doremy, it's like, which one do you take your chances with? I feel like Classic is probably just going to be the safer bet, because okay, Classic is next. All right, I see. Because I was gonna say, like, you could try and pull a score attack set, but I feel like Sake Gohan is also just as strong, and that could end up backfiring and just be a quick 2-0, and Sake Gohan runs the momentum. So We're gonna have to see if the classic score attack is enough of a mental reset for Doremy in order to take a set off of Sake Gohan and try and push it to a deciding one for a score attack.
I need a mental reset. What the heck did I just watch?
That is like, you know how there's like the Spotify playlist that say like this is like this artist. Yeah, like this match was just like this is Sake Gohan. Like just really solid plays from him. I'm very curious to see how score attack and classic will go. Classic's going to be very interesting, seeing as like Sake Gohan has been like training.
Has he been training for a 40-piece drought to open with, though, is the question.
That is a good question.
There's no way there's no way that happens again.
If that happens again, then like I don't know. I don't think I should like I think I'll just like not pay attention to the game.
I promise you, like, at least in the semifinals, that's not happening again.
If that happens in the finals, that's going to be even more scuffed.
I can at least guarantee in the semis that we won't open with a 40-piece drought.
Well, let's see.
Now, if I was James Chen, then I couldn't make that statement.
All right, the level 18 start, tried and true.
Okay.
Similar approach so far.
See? Yeah. All right, 2 bars. Okay, yeah, we're good. This is fine. See? Nothing to worry about.
I'm not gonna like hold my breath. I'm not like an immediate Tetris right off the bat, very quick.
Yeah, Doremy just kind of had some issues with kind of building up the center stack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and doing a few burns here. Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
nice pull back at the last second.
Yeah, but all right. I mean, Sake
seems
Gohan
like things should be stable.
Yeah, things seem pretty stable here. Sake Gohan, however, is like cranking out these Tetrises. Doremy isn't too far behind, but
yeah, just under a
like,
Tetris.
Yeah. It's just Doremy's approach and like the next cue was just they weren't meshing well. But I think we're starting to look at those burns and into a nice Tetris. Okay, it's just been a lag on our end. Okay, but it's good. It's good. Doremy got the Tetris. All right.
Looking for an L or a J. T-piece is going to help. Another T-piece would be great. Kind of help fix.
There's that nasty hole in the board.
And it's not one that's going to be easily resolved because even after downstacking this, the board is only built up 3 high, so it's going to be forcing
not going to be
burns.
Tetris ready after that burn.
Ooh, and the hole is too deep as well, so then even going to have to use that L for a triple.
Oh, yeah. Doremy's doing a lot of burns here, and Sake Gohan is, kind of able to just play around this very nicely.
Yeah, really good efficiency over here from Sake Gohan here in the beginning. 213,000, that's kind of around the pace you're looking at for, I want to say, like a low 600k transition into low. Oh, hold on a second. Doremy might be transitioning into a top out very soon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness me.
Good timing on that bar.
Yeah, you really needed it. Ooh, these burns are gonna be ruthless. Yeah, there's a lot that Doremy's gonna have to do to come back from this. Like, there's really kind of.
Sake Gohan also ran into like a small burn sequence, so Doremy was able to shave off 1 Tetris off the deficit.
Mm-hmm.
Still trailing by 100,000 points, but being both players running into a situation at the same time kind of tells you that the P sequence wasn't necessarily the easiest to deal with, but they're both alive. And those eyepieces came at such a perfect time for Doremy.
That eyepiece coming a little too early, though, but, I mean, going to be ready for the next one. Oh, and that misdrop.
That's a tough one to solve. You're gonna want a J piece to tuck. You don't want to go for an S spin. Okay, he's gonna instead set up a delay burn with the T.
Okay.
If the L and J come, or it now needs 2 J's, there's one. Actually, a Z piece would work here too.
Oh,
but...
I mean,
perfect.
It worked out in Doremy's favor, but I mean, it's just points wise, still a good bit behind.
Yeah, we're looking at almost an 8 Tetris difference, which in Classic is quite massive.
Mm-hmm. Like, Sake Gohan's gonna have to like mess up quite a bit here in order for Doremy to be able to close that gap. But I mean, it's still too early to call.
Yeah, level 18, great adjustment there from Doremy. Level 18, very playable by majority of players, whether it's tapping or dash. Level 19, that's where things are going to get interesting, because I haven't seen Sake Gohan play level 19 yet. So I don't know the consistency thereof, but all it takes is for 1 or 2 levels of just turbulence, we should say, and Doremy could make a comeback. Well, that S piece was terrible for Doremy, though.
All right, very nice burns here. Yeah, there's all of that, but and then there's Sake Gohan, who's just getting another Tetris.
This is just under a 600k transition.
Yeah, this is an extremely good pace for Sake Gohan.
Yeah, 200,000 point deficit, and normally whenever you see large deficits, there is like a difference in line count. Both of them are about even, so this is a real-time and pace lead, which is a terrifying prospect when you consider that level 19 is less than 2 Tetrises away from our players.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right,
going for the safe approach there.
And Sake Gohan hitting the level transition.
577.
Yeah, that's a really solid place to transition from. And Doremy following suit with the transition here.
390,000. Ooh, small misstep over here from Sake Gohan. So maybe an opportunity for Doremy. If this eyepiece, that is really unfortunate.
That is an unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate placement. And then there's another one to boot.
2 more afterwards.
This round's randomizer is not being kind to Doremy at all. Everything has been going against him here. Like Doremy's been making a lot of good plays, but the pieces that follow up just counteract everything that he's been trying to do, which is very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, level 21 though, another Tetris for Doremy goes up to 456. Sake Gohan at 672. This is a huge point difference right now. Hold on.
Oh, but that
that misdrop. It's going to be very challenging.
Snowball?
It is possible. An eyepiece can help. Oh, I like what Sake Gohan was trying to do there for the down stacking opportunity, but those eye-pieces, nothing's getting over. Okay, so there's a chase down.
There is a chase down. Doremy could come back from this.
But we have a problem.
2
minutes to get 150,000 points. At this point, that's about 5 Tetrises. That's 2 levels, and Doremy is in no position to score these Tetrises.
It's maybe too tall in order, but
Doremy might, because just those holes are just so sporadically placed over there in rows 1 and 2. Doremy might have to go for, some aggression here, which is always a scary thing to have to do. And goes for the triple.
Going for triples, going for just like clearing whatever he can, trying to like salvage this board.
Oh, he's not making it over.
Yeah, this is so rough.
Doremy has to go for row 2. At this point, though, there is 3 Tetrises and some change remaining. So if Doremy can get set up for a Tetris, there is an opportunity, but there's just a lot of burns being forced right now.
Yeah, like it really is coming down to the randomizer being extremely brutal towards Doremy. We got about a minute left, but I mean,
all right, there's a chance. Needs an eyepiece, needs one relatively shortly before that left side becomes inaccessible. Tetris ready. Needs this eyepiece. Oh no. Oh no. A drought, 22 pieces and counting. No eyepiece.
Goodness, 26-piece drought. The worst time to have a drought. That's the one place where he needed it, and it just wasn't happening.
It was possible. That's the thing. It was possible.
It was, but like the randomizer there just did not want Doremy to win. It was so unbelievably brutal. Oh my goodness.
But just also goes to show that despite Sake Gohan having a 200,000 point lead, you know, that level 19 is such a key component. Yes, you can build up a massive lead on level 18. Doremy, hold on a second. This is looking kind of sketchy. Okay. Needs an eyepiece or a J to help burn.
Yeah.
Z-piece is going to bring it down 2 lines. Very crucial. Oh my gosh, going for the dirty. But hold on, this is a drought. This is a drought.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Great timing on that eyepiece.
It's not 40. It's not 40 pieces. We're good.
I told you. We're not getting up 40 pieces. Piece drought at least in the semis.
Oh my god! Like the cards are not in here. Like they're just like
beautiful.
Very nice
over there from Doremy.
Yeah, very very beautiful piece spin. Oh my goodness! Like we can't be having these moments this early on game. Please just give us a moment, okay?
Oh my gosh, Sake Gohan went for the bits! No way!
Oh my goodness! What?
Definitely, that is infinite respect from a classic Tetris main.
What won't Sake Gohan go for at this point? I feel like. Okay, the simul Tetris. Here, Doremy's gonna be able to like actually get like a bit of a better pace. But oh my goodness, these pieces.
Yeah.
Drought's starting to kick in.
Actually, whoa, what a solve over there from Doremy.
Really good burn.
Efficient, so efficient.
Oh my goodness. It felt like that burn was planned. Like all the way back. That was really good. Sake Gohan clean here for another Tetris.
The aura that Sake Gohan got from that Vits is tremendous. Almost 100,000 point lead.
Yeah.
Ooh, Doremy, double J-piece dependent. Oh, great timing on that eyepiece.
Yeah, managed to get that Tetris in. Gonna be able to keep this going. Ooh. There's just so much going. All right.
Should Sake Gohan win this? I am entirely curious to see the face-off between him and Super Shocky. Should Sake Gohan win this? Because this level of back-to-back efficiency, we're talking about 330,000 points at 70 lines. We're looking at another 570 or greater transition. And Doremy's not playing bad. It's just
that Sake Gohan is like,
yeah, you know, almost 35,000, or not 35,000. Oh my gosh, almost 35 percentage points more efficient than Doremy.
Ooh, fail tuck there, unfortunately. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but Doremy has been burning a lot this game, and it's just like,
is Doremy actually going to try and go for this dirty? Doremy's committing to it.
Okay.
Don't worry, long bar in 3 pieces. Wait, no, he couldn't use it.
Wish granted, but at what cost?
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Monkey's paw curls its finger. Oh,
that's actually unfortunate. Oh my god.
It is like it really feels like it's biased against Doremy here. That's like that's so rude. But there was a nice dirty there. Like Doremy's still able to get something out of it, but yeah, geez, more burning. Lots more burning. Like, yeah, Sake Gohan maintaining that real-time lead. Like,
yeah. 171,000. We are literally looking at almost the exact same transition, if not greater.
Like, Sake Gohan is... Saki Gohan has been showing some extremely good consistency and efficiency with this.
Oh, a couple of misdrops though. So, and these aren't exactly the easiest to solve. Oh, for a second I thought Saki Gohan was about to set up like a crazy burn. Should have been looking at puzzles.
There's a triple from Doremy. Yeah, both players setting up for the Tetris. There's a Tetris for Doremy. Tetris for Saki Gohan.
Does Saki Gohan actually commit to try and get the 3 here before level 19?
Look, I mean, Tetris ready. Just needs that long bar. There it is.
Nice, the pullback. Great adjustment.
And then there's the triple.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be slightly less, a 566 transition for Saki Gohan.
Yeah.
And Doremy is going to improve a 410, but down by 150,000 points. And I do not like the look of this board.
I mean, good pieces to deal with burns, but then that
eyepiece needs to come right now for... Oh, nice. Able to get that over to the left just barely. Oh. Another eyepiece would be friendly for Doremy.
Yep.
Very nice. Doesn't quite help. These pieces are terrible, and L piece can still get over to the left.
Yeah, no, like the left side's still open, but that's quite
not anymore. That is...
No, that's it. Oh, man, Classic is just... It was just not being kind at all.
Classic was just beating up on Doremy there.
Like,
Feels
it was
bad.
just... Like, it felt like there was a clear bias there towards Saki Gohan, but like, I mean, Doremy, I still have to give Doremy major props for dealing with that, because like, still impressive to get to level transition despite all of the crap that he had to deal with.
Yeah, the timing was just so unfortunate.
Yeah, given the circumstances, I think Doremy played that like extremely well. But Saki Gohan's gonna be moving on to face Shocky. Going to be contending with him. That's going to be one hell of a trifecta finals, let me just say.
I can't wait. I'm genuinely curious for how
like
both score attack and classic score attack is gonna go. Zone battle, that is... It's not. Yeah.
It's a bit too one-sided. we can't really sugarcoat it.
Miracles can happen. Just
maybe
not.
I never want to say it's set in stone. Like easy. Like there could be a massive upset. Who knows? Anything can happen. But yeah.
I mean, I will say. When a match is lopsided between number 1 in the world and number 5 and 3 in the world, I think it's a little telling.
Yeah. But that means that still score attack and classic score attack, because Shocky, we did see a little bit of wavering in games 1 and the early part of games 3 in score attack. And we didn't get a chance to see much classic because, yeah, those pieces were not great.
Yeah.
All right, now, which shit are we gonna see the 50 drought in? Is it gonna be the 3rd place or the finals, Matt?
Hey, you said it, not me.
I don't want to answer this question. I don't want to be a harbinger of doom.
To be fair, I have been like a harbinger of good luck when it comes to like predicting. Like I did predict Doremy was going to get that bar within 3 pieces.
You called.
Unfortunately, you covered up the well.
Yeah. If only you could have transmitted to that to Doremy like in real time. But yeah, that is going. But yeah, Doremy did lose. And so did Zim, but like they will still be playing to see who takes 3rd place, because we did see a 3rd place trophy there. We did see a 3rd place trifecta trophy, so someone's gonna be coming home with something.
Indeed. It's a question of who, and
this is gonna be a lot.
Zone battle and score attack. I'm real curious to see how those play out.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna be.
Well,
Yeah,
doing another
the winner
show.
of this will be taking home one of these 3 trophies.
Minus the
And-
levitation.
I like to think if you went through all the effort to get this trophy, you're gonna also go through the effort to make it levitate like this. Like,
You know,
surely it could
like
be
you know what,
modified.
like if they need help getting this like done, like I'll see if I can find somebody. But yeah, very clean stuff. Yeah, before we get to our podium matches, we're gonna be taking a bit of an intermission. But in the meantime, just a bit of a reminder, we are going to be giving away a copy of Tetris Forever for PC. So type Forever in chat, and you will be entered in the giveaway. When we come back, we'll be showcasing Tetris Time Warp, and we'll be finalizing the giveaway there. So this is basically your last safe call to get a chance to win it. So
And I
do
will-
it now.
I'm pretty sure yesterday, I think one of the players in the Connected Versus tournament won the raffle. So for those of you that may have been out of the trifecta bracket, it's not too late to get some prizes, all right? So just gonna throw that one out there too.
Yeah. And with that, we're gonna be taking a bit of a break. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Whoa.
All right, everybody, we are back. Before we hop into our third place match between Zin SS and Doremy, we're going to do a Tetris Forever giveaway and a little bit of a gameplay demonstration here. Currently, we are in the let's see, Chapter 5 section. So throughout the weeks, we've kind of been going through some of the history of Tetris, exploring some of the points here. And yeah, there's a plethora of cool things to look into, like some of these images. Let's just pull one random one. So this Tetris Tetris Giant, and like some of the advertisements around it, for example. But I do want to play the Tetris Effect video here, which features Tetsuya Mizuguchi. So let's give this a play.
But the story goes back to 2001. I was in Sega. When I finished making Reds, I wanted to try the concept of the synesthesia experience, but the puzzle game. So soon after I left Sega, I went to Hank for advice. I'm thinking the concept, new game design concept, like Tetris meets Reds. Hank's reaction was, "Oh, that's fantastic idea." So, but that was a licensing issue. He was like, "We should work together in the future." So we decided to make the new game at the launch title for PSP. So that was Luminous. When I founded Enhance in 2014, I met Hank again. What if like that? What if the new Tetris coming? What kind of Tetris? What kind of future Tetris like that? He spoke to me very passionately, passionately about the Tetris players' zone states in a Zen feeling. And he said to me, "Gucci, you could do it. Why couldn't you?" He said. Then I traveled to Hawaii many times with Ishihara, who became the director and art director of the project. And we, two of us, created a game concept together. And much of the inspiration of the Tetris effect came from our stay in the island of Hawaii. When I think about the idea of Tetris effects, my past experience, like I love to watch Tetris in arcade. I love to watch and I love to feel that kind of atmosphere. If the people watching this game around, how can we move them? The player wants to focus the game, watching just blocks, but the people in the gallery, people watching the people can watch. Temptations like the fish transformed to Mantley. Well, after that, you can watch Earth in a space. Yeah, that kind of design, first person and third person. Yeah, from the beginning of the project, we try to find some of the new feature elements, like to boost the zone feel. Zone mode, that was really tough to create, and we had many tests and experiments, but we couldn't have the big confidence. Oh, this is it. and we decided to extend development 3 months. We promised with Hank, so Hank told me, please make a new Tetris game using and boosting like kind of a zone feel. In our mind, we all the time, how can we make it a Zen feeling? What is Zen? It's like that kind of experience. We dive into the pool and the ocean, like suddenly like boom. The time stopped and the sound disappeared. So no place, no time. Then how many lines you can make? That was very successful. And finally we could find, oh, this is it. That was an amazing process of the production. So that was a very good thing to make, Tetris, using Tetris and making the new thing. That was a very fantastic project to me.
All right, thank you, Tetsuya Mizuguchi, for that feature in Tetris Forever. And by the way, Tetsuya you can find in multiple features within the game if you browse the historical or the documentary sections of the game. There's plenty of footage featuring Tetsuya, or featuring Gucci, if you want to call him that. But yes, so let's take a quick look at some of the later things here. Of course, Tetris 99, probably a favorite of many here in our chat. Just after Tetris Effect, the year after Tetris Effect. And yeah, we're going to make our way down here. Let's see. Ooh, Tetris McNugget. That caught my eye. I don't know about you guys hear the commentators, but let's see. Have you played on Tetris McNugget, any of you?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a rarity. I haven't been able to find one.
I know Blue Scooty has one, I think. Somebody brought one to a CTWC or something. I want to say it was Blue Scooty. I might be wrong, but...
Speaking of,
yes, there's the crash heard round the world. Sharky, where were you when the crash happened?
I was editing CTWC videos. So
it was...
I didn't get to see it live, but I definitely got a chance to interview Scooty afterwards, which I think I was the first person to interview him, so that's cool.
Awesome. And yeah, who better at this accomplishment, who better to come across this accomplishment? Because Blue Scooty is a great player. He's, I want to say wholesome, it might be the right word, or just very kind as well. So it's great that somebody of that nature was able to take on this achievement. But, all right, what else we have here? Sharky, I know you were here when this picture was taken. We may have both been there. Me and Sharky, this is a point of view of me and Sharky. We were probably behind whoever took this picture. Yes, okay, so I want to hop into some Tetris Time Warp. We'll probably play this for just a little bit so we can get back into our scheduled third place match here. But last chance to type forever in the chat as we show off some Tetris Time Warp. And feel free to make fun of me, commentators, as... Actually, you know what? Just feel free to be amazed by my skill as I open this up here.
I mean, we saw you expertly handle stuff like Bomb Bliss and Tetris and all the other games that get shown off in Tetris Forever. So there's no way you'll falter playing this,
All right, so we have Time Warp Score Attack. This is like an endless mode, by the way, for those that do have this game or may win this game here in a moment. But 3-minute time attack is typically what I like to play, as it's more of a challenge, I guess, to try to get as much score as you can in a certain amount of time. But you also have Modern Marathon and 1989 Marathon. It's like a skin of the... here, I'll just open it for a second. Skin of the classic Game Boy Tetris here in the Time Warp, which is one of the Time Warp effects that you come across. But it's also kind of goofy because it has some of the modern kick tables, actually, so... It's just a fun mode to play in. Yeah.
There is no Bugo spin?
Let's see. I can do with the TP skin.
Oh, you're trying to make a Kaiden?
Just to show... I'm trying to think of something that's unique to... Maybe I can do an L spin or something like that. Okay, this move would not be possible in classic, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit of a throw off there, but yeah, let's play some of the Tetris Time Warp, which features some of the, in addition to like your standard common marathon mode, there's some time warp effects that bring you back to older games. So let's hop into it real quick. And yeah, we'll play this for a few minutes and we'll do our drawing. So last call on the drawing.
Yep.
And get those forevers in chat.
Type now or forever hold that eyepiece.
I am a music.
Or a lack of eyepiece,
music
depending on which
True.
game you're playing.
Yeah, we might get drafted. Who knows? Oh, geez, look at this.
Oh, that's a little familiar. Nice way to start off.
I do like the piece. I do like the piece colors here.
I do think a
Nice.
certain person would enjoy that. Over.
Nice delay burn with that S miss drop.
Now,
It
you
is
may be
time warp,
wondering,
we're allowed.
why is Austin not in the top 2 here after seeing this gameplay, right? Are you guys getting that feeling?
Yeah.
Clearly
I'm just
conflict of interest.
Well, the combo.
Yes.
Oh, I see. There's a bit of a shake up there.
All right.
Oh,
we're
trying to
doing things
donate.
here.
Oh, we're going for a
Oh,
no.
okay.
The
okay, going for
donation.
Yeah, the donation, the
Total
floating T-spin double.
What should we do here?
He's trying to. He's
know, you tell
figuring
me.
out a plan.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
Spin. Guess that. Ooh, the combo.
Oh, didn't continue it.
All right.
It's a bit of a strategic play.
So let's do 30 seconds until the giveaway. I don't know how much I want to gloat here before it drives me insane.
Oh, what is? Oh, there's a time warp piece, I think.
Oh,
on
there we
the
go.
donate
Yes.
Double.
Back to 1989. Actually,
For a double.
we will try to get the electronica effect before we exit out of here. Let's see.
Oh,
For a double.
perfect.
There you go.
Easy.
Ooh, bombless. I love
Clear
bombless,
one
actually.
big. Oh, you have to set up a big bomb. Oh, jeez.
Here we go. That's brutal.
There you go. There you go.
It's kind of
You
akin
got
to
it.
like target mode or something in Tetris Effect.
Oh, are we going for the
We're
STSD?
doing it.
All right.
Yeah, that was a bit greedy. I mean, you did have to use a T piece.
no!
Oh,
Wow.
uh
The showcase might end a little earlier than we anticipated.
oh. Ooh, gets the T-spin single at the top. That should help,
I don't even
right?
know how high you can stack on this.
Oh.
Ooh, look
Oh.
at that. I don't know. That
Ooh.
was amazing.
What
Oh,
even
and there-
happened?
So the gold block, I believe, is a cascade block.
It's like a,
Ooh.
Yeah, like a cascade
Okay.
triggering block.
Oh, like the.
ooh, and there it is. There's the Electronica 61.
Let's do it.
Travel all the way back to 84.
Now we
A
gotta
bit of a.
get
You
Okay,
have to
I don't-
hyper
Where's
tap
the
for
TP?
this. Also, secret grade.
You're running out of time here, Austin.
Come on, you gotta clear a line.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Clear a double now. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is Austin going to be able to make it in time?
Can Austin clear a double?
Oh, we have a dependency, but we have the double.
Oh, another
that
big
was an
bomb.
unfortunate spawn.
Okay, that one's... Okay, there you go. Those bombless ones just kind of scaring you out of nowhere. You got to get a big bomb out.
All right, so with this next T-spin, we will conclude the drawing
Really
here.
putting the boom in Boom Tetris for Austin.
It's the last chance before... Oh, I would on top out.
Wow.
That
Just
piece
take
is
it,
being
yeah.
held. Like, speak now or forever hold
All
it.
right,
you
let's do
know.
the drawing.
There you go. And who's going to get a copy of Tetris
Chicken
Forever?
fingers for you. That
All
sounds
right.
really tasty right now, so thank you. But chicken fingers
All
for
right.
you is our winner. And you know, I'm feeling kind because we actually have more entries than usual with our grand final stream, most likely. So
Oh.
let's do one more. One more.
Oh.
Alimander. Alimander is a regular
Oh.
here in our chat. So Alimander, did Alimander already win? I might be crazy. Somebody,
Rigged.
I am not sure. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Let me double check. Let me check my DMs real quick. Okay, I don't
And the
believe.
verdict is.
I don't believe
No
so.
question mark.
Okay, so Alimander, congrats on winning a code. So Alimander and chicken
Woohoo!
fingers for you. If you are in the Enhanced Discord at discord.gg/enhanced, be sure to message me. Or you can message me directly, just DM Classic Tetris on the Twitch channel here, and I'll send you your code. But congratulations. All right, guys, we are ready to hop back into our third place match, and this is a doozy.
Man.
Zen SS versus Doremy.
Yeah. We saw both of these players put up a real good fight against their contenders. We saw Zin, once again having that rematch against Shocky, and once again falling behind.
With the exception of the last match, both of these players before had only lost to Shocky. Just gonna throw that out there. So
yeah, I mean, Shocky is proving that he is a force to be reckoned with, but with who Shocky has to face, I don't know. It's gonna be.
Yeah. We will indeed have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. There could be a new champion tonight. Who knows? But yeah, Zin once again showing really doing a good job of showing that that score attack survival. Unfortunately, the efficiency really wasn't on his side during score attack. That's what caused him to lose the match there against Shocky. But if he didn't put up a good fight both times, it was just.
I mean, consistent
Wow.
2.5 million is still nothing to snuff at.
Mm-hmm. But when your opponents can also do that, it's going to be you're gonna have to pull out all you can, And Doremy, really kind of just got got hit with an unfortunate streak in Classic. That's what happened. That's just what happened. But I think probably has the edge here in Classic against Sin if it does come down to that.
And also another thing to note as well is Doremy, I don't think is going to have the speed advantage over Zin, but is still likely to play to extreme efficiency on typical, where score attack, your efficiency is the attacking. Doremy
Yeah, there's definitely going to be more of a contention between Doremy and Zin in the zone battle department.
All right, and
Looks like we got some
making the script.
Austin, I think, is kind of deciding things. The only thing present here that should be deciding things is the AppMex coin. Austin, actually, could you flip that? Since we are in the podium matches, we might as well see what the AppMex coin has to say about these. I think
we get a 50-piece drought.
This one is a toss-up. It looks like we're going score attack and then to zone battle. So we might see the CTWC Classic decider. But let's see what the AppMex coin says here.
All right, we're gonna do heads, or the Tetris title screen for Zen SS. Rocket screen, tails for Doremy. See, I've got better at flipping this, by the way, so let's see.
And this thing has gone pretty consistent this year. It's not cursed, unlike what happened last time. It looks like the coin says Zin. Ooh. I mean, when a match is this much of a toss-up, you do need to rely on an actual coin, maybe. Don't quote me on that.
For those doing any channel point I think there's been a couple channel point predictions.
Good luck with this one. I think this one is going to be pretty even.
It might literally come down to a toss-up on a couple of decider matches. So get your popcorn ready.
And choose your channel points wisely.
Yeah. I legitimately have no idea who's going to do this.
Okay, so we're just going to get Zen set up here, and we'll hop right into it. And yeah, I believe our first matchup will be score attack, second matchup, zone battle, and if it comes to a decider, it'll be classic.
All right.
But especially for Zin's case, I think Zin wants to get that early bit with score attack. Obviously, I know against Shocky, that's not as much of a favorable matchup, but definitely one that they feel more comfortable against Doremy at. So might as well take those early momentum leads where you can find them.
Mm-hmm. You need all the points you can get. It really does feel like there's just an air of uncertainty, like, around this matchup. I legitimately just have no idea what to say.
I'm real curious to see how things will turn out, especially I'm really excited to observe zone battle.
I think zone battle is going to be a little interesting because doremy is one of the few players that tends to work through speed disadvantage on a more consistent basis. So even in defense, I feel like doremy is going to be more than capable of getting a lot of mileage and efficiency out of tough situations. And if doremy is able to get advantage early, I think they're going to be able to hold on to that, and Zin's going to have to rely on speed as opposed to efficiency in order to make out some effective down stacks.
Maybe we can actually see more phase 1 and 2 this time around.
The game should be, a little, we'll have a bit more of the phase play, I think. Perhaps if our players get too talented, we'll have to make a new patch for the game where the phases take a little longer to implement. They're just getting through them way too fast.
Yeah, getting to phase 3 in under a minute's wild.
I feel like
that speed is so ridiculous. All right, looks like they're ready to begin.
All right, I presume we'll be seeing these 20 starts.
Wasn't it Ferox that did level 10 up against Shocky some time ago? Or am I thinking of someone else?
For level 10, maybe. I know for last year's Trifecta Finals, there was a set, and I think it was for match point between Shocky and Araki, where I think Shocky decided to start at level 10. But that was, I think, the only other one that I can remember off the top of my head.
Gotcha. Looks like got players taking their time here.
Things being around the same in terms of efficiency. I think doremy's a little bit further ahead. Oh, never mind. We're back to even. I think the combo play has worked itself out.
It'd be definitely nice for Zen to get the momentum and score attack here.
Well, again, as we saw earlier with the match between Zen and Super Shocky, any early lead is easily passable late enough into the game, just due to how much the later points start to really push the overall scores.
We just had a couple of breaks over here from doremy.
It's like 200,000 points up, but I mean, we're 20 lines ahead at this point, at least from doremy's point of view. A little bit of a tricky spot to be in for Zin's board because they have that little bit of stack to get through.
Yeah.
Does break back to back, but does clean it up.
Looks like doremy's speeding up, and we actually did see this play a pretty crucial role in Shocky being able to win some of those later games, with especially game number 2 with the time pressure being put on Zen.
Okay, you're gonna have to do the S overhang there from Zen, but still keeping that back to back. I think besides that one pop a little bit midway through around line 40, hasn't been anything since.
And of course, this early efficiency helps, but when you get into the mid to late game, you're definitely going to want to try and maintain these T-spins, back-to-back T-spins and Tetrises every now and then. Because that was exactly how Shocky was able to win that game 3 when, looks like Zen might, that's a break. It's got it back into back-to-back scoring position though. Well, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, but there we go. The 1.4 mil transition from doremy.
Wow.
It's going to be, on par with the levels we saw from Super Shocky early on. Oh, a little bit of a tricky build, though, at the top of the board. That's going to be a hole in the stack that will have to be dealt with. So perhaps if Zin is able to keep cool, calm, and collected, they might be able to still turn things around.
Zin also about 40 lines behind, too.
Little skin, but a mini T-spin single from doremy, trying to build up that back-to-back bonus before starting to crash down the T-spin doubles once again.
Ooh, and you have this annoying gap that kind of annoying formation over there for Zin.
Ooh, the necessary ice skim for doremy to keep things on ST ability.
Zin just broke. Looks like maybe a 1.3 million?
Depends on if they decide to score that Tetris first, which I think was probably in their best interest to score those on line 20 and below, or speed level 20, rather than the higher speed levels. So yeah, still going to be about 60 or so thousand behind pace, but then again, doremy had some pretty severe back-to-back breaks, and at speed level 27, still not past 2.4 million yet. And for a player that's able to get 2.5s rather consistently, could be a problem if Zin is able to complete the chase down.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my goodness, T-spin double on 28 for doremy. Oh man. I think just trying to line it out. Speed level 29, not quite going to get to the 2.5, but does so in under 5 minutes, which is quite fast, even akin to standards such as Zin has been playing.
So Zin with 2 minutes to chase down 800,000 points.
Let's see, how many points are we getting for that T-spin double? About 40,000? Oh, never mind. Maybe closer to the 35,000 ballpark. So
a lot of fast points scored right there.
All right, and yeah, under 500,000 points needed now. A little bit of a I can't tell if that was a planned position just around that awkward piece queue. I think it might have been, but oh, okay, 350k. I mean, most of that deficit was already surpassed, and we're already the halfway point of the chase down. Zin foregoing the eyepieces here for a little bit. It's the extra combo damage as well. 180k, 132, and we're only at speed level 27, which would be almost unplayable for most players in the world, but this is Zin we're talking about. One T-spin double away from it, and that's going to do it.
And there it is.
So game one goes to Zin, an average of 13-ish from doremy, but 1,000 points per line average higher from Zin with that ST efficiency.
Yeah, doremy just ran into that troubling situation. I want to say around like level 26, level 27, just cost tremendous amounts of efficiency. But Zin, once again, with the consistent 2.5.
We already have the extra spin in the process of building it, so Zin's get a little 2,000 point head start in the meantime. Presume if games were anything like we've seen, that might not be enough to determine an L or a W, but again, we've seen some very close chase downs in the past on the TECWC streams. Oh no, and doremy.
Yeah, doremy kind of...
I assume was trying to play fast to prevent that chase down from being a potential resource, but I don't really know how much this is going to be beneficial. Oh, that O-piece gets stuck, and that's going to be even more skims. But I suppose if you're going to have skims on the board, you might as well take them early.
Yeah. You can always make up efficiency over your opponent if they were to make a mistake later on in the game.
All right, I think doremy is looking to try and recover the efficiency there. I think we're back to ST stacking, but we are at roughly even score, and Doremy is 14 lines ahead, meaning this is quite the pace disparity that they're going to have to fight through.
And ooh, unable to. Maybe that was intentional placement for that eyepiece. It looked like Doremy might have potentially wanted to throw that over to the left. Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
It's sketchy, but should be fine.
It's always a bit terrifying when those. Oh, all right, and the interesting. Okay, I guess that keeps the ST stat going. A little bit of a interesting continuation there, but worked with the next pieces quite nicely. This one will be a little bit more tricky, though. Although, in Zin's case, Zin also having to rely on a couple early skims as well.
Yeah, I've really been focusing on Doremy because just trying to see how Doremy was going to attack that situation. Didn't really see what was going on with Zin's board.
I think Zin has worked their way back to the ST stat, kind of just stacked on top of a Kaiden ability board. And seems to have recovered just fine. We're going to have to see what this transition score is from Doremy, because it is not going to be the 1.4 we saw previously.
Yeah, it's a bit of a concern, too, considering...
Oh, no, the misspin as well. Another misdrop right into level 21, just like game 1. And meanwhile, Zin has a lot of runway to use. 69 lines currently, and that is a lot of room for T-spin doubles to make up to a 1.1. Doremy with a little bit awkward S and Z queue there. Gonna have to make some compromises once again. And Zin hits the 1.1 at 85 lines. So
looks like Doremy has reestablished the ST stack.
But I do think this is still a really tough spot for Doremy to play from, because, you know, like, there was a little bit of effort to try and make perhaps, you know, the chase down a little bit less manageable. But again, like, even from the set with Super Shocky, a 1 million deficit is more than enough for, or not even enough for Zin to think that's unfathomable.
Yeah, especially with that post-level 30 playability. And yeah, things are just looking more and more rough over here for Doremy. It's going to be a T-spin single. And already at level 27.
Yeah, it feels like Doremy is just doing a lot of skimming, which, again, most players would be at this rate, but we are not even past 2 million. And Zin only 500k away, still clawing back at this lead faster than Doremy can stack it up. That's going to be a top out just under 2 million. And I guess at this rate, probably about 11 or 12 T-spins from Zin. But we are only on line 22, and that would put Zin, I think, probably into like speed level 24, maybe 25. I think seeing that Zin, you can actually see is speeding up a little bit, sees that this is more than capable.
Yeah.
Taking the mini T-spin, a little bit of an aggressive option, but as long as we don't see any catastrophic top out, probably not going to have any severe repercussions.
It only has 200,000 points left and has plenty of time to do so.
134k. These T-spins are getting set up. The overhangs followed by the prop with the Z pieces. And I think should be able to get a combo into it. Nope, just going to end it right there in the middle of level 25 with a 2 million score. And that's going to be a 2-0 for Zin from Score Attack, just under 14k per line.
Good attempt over there by Doremy, but you know, first game just didn't build up enough of a lead, and second game, just that early 20 and then the later parts of the later level 20s just kind of got the better of them.
Yeah, and again, I think part of the difficulty of playing Score Attack, especially for Trifecta, where you have, you know, the 4 best Score Attack players from the Score Attack bracket, is most of those talented players are going to be, getting well above 2 million scores consistently. And the way that that's often accomplished is by keeping that ST stack for as long as possible, since those points between speed level 21 and 30 are so much more valuable than the ones from speed level 20, even if it is, instant gravity at that point.
Indeed. But Zen one step closer their way to walking away with one of those confirmed non-levitating trophies.
So I think so. Zone battle will be our second mode of choice. And obviously this is still scary for both players. Obviously Doremy is going to be on the ropes, needs to win this set in order to force the classic set 3. But if Zin is able to, feel pretty confident after those score attack modes, maybe go for some hyper offense to counter Doremy's own sort of play style, this could be a 2-0. And I'm not sure if Zin, I think Zin has gotten third place in the trifectas before, so this would probably add to their collection, unless I'm remembering incorrectly.
I'm trying to remember. My memory's a bit hazy on that as well. Regardless, Zin's had a pretty good track record in the TECWC, so we'll be transitioning over to zone battle. This is kind of, oh my god.
Yeah, this is it.
this is like a bit of a shaky start for Doremy, but like I think since we'll be moving over a bit, like we'll be moving over to what is more of Doremy's wheelhouse, we'll probably be able to see something pretty slick here.
And to be fair, we've seen Doremy in tournament get up to, I think, 85 line curvatures, and as we saw literally just this afternoon, survived the 81 curvatures from Sake Gohan. So,
yes.
Regardless of whether you think Doremy is a fast or slow player, it is no question that they are capable of keeping up with the best of the best in the game mode.
Like, Doremy's not going down without a fight here. Like, Doremy has a strength to, like, be able to, at the very least, take a few games.
I would argue this is one of the matchups where I think, because Doremy is also very good at having winning matchups even in speed deficit, which is usually not as common in TEC. I feel like this is one where I'd probably favor Doremy over Zin. If I were to guess, somewhere probably around a 4-2 is reasonable, but an early top out could very quickly make that a 4-1 or a 4-3 in my case. But I think that's where I'm kind of like expecting this to go.
Yeah. Really, it's I don't know what else to say, really. Like, it is like that's really all it's gonna be. It's gonna be close. The coin said it's going to be Zin, but
to be fair, we also haven't gotten to see a lot of Zin's classic tonight. So if it is still
yeah,
warm,
that's true. Like if Doremy takes this, we'll be able to see how Zin does in a classic setting, and that's probably gonna be. That is gonna be his only demonstration tonight, unfortunately.
Ooh.
And they are already off.
All right, I think Zin passed up on a PC opportunity early on, but then
But
again,
I
most
think
players generally prefer the 6-3.
that unfortunate eye miss drop, missing out on a Tetris here.
Ooh, a lot of garbage column shifting for Doremy right now.
But that was a really nice follow-up. Good T-spins and Tetrises. Forcing Zin into a zone here, and it's going to be cut off short. 21-12. Any Rush fans?
Rotation there, 17. We see
47 attack, and
then,
like
oh
look
boy.
at this. Zin's already to the top of the board. Had no choice but to tank it. Still technically in this, but there's a lot to deal with, and I guess like Zin does have the room to deal with it, and just enough speed to be able to clear most of it. Not going to be able to send a lot over to Doremy though. Doremy in a safe spot here.
Although I will say it was very good for Zin that, you know, with that short amount of zone and still neutralizing just about everything, doremy only got about a quarter to a half of zone meter advantage, which, again, like, zone is kind of the name of the game. I mean, it is literally called zone battle. So when you're able to prevent your opponent from having all of that zone meter to use just at will and get those damage bonuses from, it's going to make your life a lot easier over what is already going to be a pretty difficult spot to be in. And as you can see, that doremy pushes to phase 3, but Zin only going to have to accept about 5 lines of garbage. Oh no, the okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Sorry, Zin. Okay. All right, to be fair, doremy was actually going quite speedy in that set. A 150 from doremy is not that common, I guess.
Ooh, I feel like doremy was trying to go for a perfect clear there.
Something around that, to my knowledge.
There was like, it seems like it was gonna be there, but like there's garbage in the way, so it's not gonna happen. Zin already at full zone charge, off to the races with this. Let's see how this goes.
I believe, is it?
Oh, just
barely not PC.
Just shy of a perfect clear, but like this is still very clean.
Oh, but doremy's
49
going
and
for the
18. Ooh. Going for the rush.
You can see
52 and 18.
And that kind of catches Zin off guard with very little zone meter.
Yeah, this is very high up, and like, oof. There's not a lot of room to do anything there, unfortunately.
Zin has had a lot of unfortunate misdrops with that eyepiece going into column 4 instead of column 3. Unfortunately, that might be coming back to haunt them.
Yeah. doremy, on the other hand, kind of cruising through, has a T-spin triple and takes advantage of the situation.
Okay, looking to get close to transition there, and there's the 60k points.
Yep.
Not really a clean stack on either player, a lot of garbage going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, you can really see doremy, like, having an opportunity to shine after facing Sake Gohan earlier.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of awkward stacks, 14, 30 line attack, but
Zin, Zin, lots
of
misdrops there. Things are looking a bit sloppy. Doremy's going to be taking another point there.
All right, yeah, and especially from that really quick zone at the beginning of Phase 1, you can see really taking advantage of that zone meter. And, you know, like, again, most people can kind of sit here and say, like, oh, wow, it's going to be those, 50, 60, even 70-plus attacks that are going to sometimes win players these games. But it can be very easy to overlook just how effective the short zone attacks using so many Tetrises in them to get through them quickly can be quite detrimental to players that are not prepared to handle them. All right, doremy, a little bit of a low zone, I guess, for this, but then again, Zin right now needs to get down to their garbage before they're forced to zone. All right, we see that zone pop a little bit early for Zin just to make sure that they can get through to a lot of those Tetrises.
doremy with a nice T-spin triple there. Ooh! I mean, has a clean enough board to be able to, like, deal with down stacking. Like, has enough Tetrises. Like, has the ammunition to make more zone. But yeah, that is not a good place to be caught off guard on. Like, one slight miss drop, and that could have been everything.
All right, and Zin right now is actually the one to get more...
Ooh, and there's an STSD from doremy. Getting this 2 T-spin doubles off. Let's see what Zin can do in this zone, because this is looking pretty good. That's 19. Not quite a curve, but that is still impressive. 47 attack.
All right, but again, because Zin's been behind in score due to defensive play, doremy is going to push this into Phase 3. Not sure if it's going to happen before or after this zone is done. I think it might be
It's definitely happening after this zone. Yeah,
82
look at that.
And 53 for the attack. But Zin...
Yeah, Zin is kind of on the ropes right now. Has a lot of down stacking to do.
Well, the T-spin single on down stack. Setting up the T-spin triple.
Ooh, T-spin double. Oh, look at that.
For Zin. Able to get through about half of that board, and doremy right now, almost no garbage on the board, a beautiful stack, a flawless setup of the STSD in the middle there of that well. Gonna send 40 lines of garbage, and I don't think Zin was really able to get that much off on their own. And that is a quick 3 games for doremy to put themselves on match points.
Yeah.
I was expecting doremy to take a little bit of a more slower approach to this match, but I think doremy has found the secret to just turning on the jets.
Ooh, and there's a perfect clear. Oh, is doremy going to try and loop it? Well, Zin's going to cut that off short before doremy has any more ammunition to do so.
I mean, I guess you can kind of like indirectly loop off of the 6-3 stack, but I feel like at this rate, doremy is probably not thinking too much of that. So I have been wrong about that in the past, so I probably shouldn't try to call that too early. All right, we see 50 there from Zin.
There's a nice DT in there from doremy in the zone.
Oh, doremy,
this is looking big. Oh, 67 attack. Very nice.
I think the curb was almost in the cards as well for doremy.
Yeah, that would have been a huge curb.
Oh, and actually because Zin was sending a lot of separate attacks, doremy gets a little bit of cheese at the bottom of this stack. Meanwhile, Zin, although it is only a side well to go off of, which dampens that ability of getting as many T-spin doubles as possible, is still quite a clean stack to build on top of. Doremy triggers this phase 3. Not sure where that T-spin overhang is going from. It looks like we're going to be having a little bit of some honorary DT forecasting. Sorry.
Ooh, into a nice spin. Yeah, very good. DTC spin. You'd really like to see that. That's a lot of T-spins there. There's another STSD here. Oh, messes it up.
Zin managing to do some really solid work on the defensive end of things.
Yeah, but he's going to have to do a little bit more than that in order to get through all of this, because doremy's keeping that pressure going.
A little center well. Hopefully that combo play should be beneficial. Able to get 19 out of it, but doremy right now trying their best to see if they can get through that without using the zone, and they do so successfully. So this is a hefty advantage sheet for doremy. And as long as they don't have to prolong the zone meter too long, they're going to be getting quite the rewards out of this. And another really tough fish drop there for Zin. Eyepiece dependency in the center. 34 lines from doremy. That's all going to have to get countered by Zin eventually. Trying to do as much work on the down stack. And a beautiful Q for down stack.
Oh, yeah, and that garbage queue is still... But that garbage queue is still coming.
Going to be about 25 to 30 lines.
Let's see what
they have to deal with. And there's
manages to cancel out most of it, but doremy's not stopping with this pressure.
Oh, no.
Like, Zin managed to get rid of all that incoming garbage, but doremy just added more to his board anyways. Things are looking a bit dire for Zin right about now. There's no other place for that Z piece. doremy's going to be taking zone battle, and we're going to have to see the decider in classic score attack. Jeez, this is the toughest fight for bronze I've seen yet.
All right, and so both players getting sweeps from their respective primary game modes. And so it all comes down to classic score attack for who is going to take our third place trophy for TECWC this year.
Yeah, what better place than classic Tetris, you know?
Yeah, the great equalizer.
The great equalizer in those who are well versed in the guideline.
Indeed. Of course, doremy had some, playing up against earlier. doremy had some great plays. It's just like you kind of mentioned, there was just a lot of unfortunate piece sequences for doremy, and Zin is no stranger to experiencing unfortunate piece sequences in classic.
maybe the bad luck will cancel out and both of these players will have an extremely good run. The run they've been hoping for.
Or it will be twice as bad. There's always that option.
So we're
I
gonna get
choose to be
we're gonna get
optimistic in this situation.
So not just 50, we're going for an 80-piece drought now? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think there was some crazy drought that I think happened in the classic score attack brackets.
Okay, I will
I don't
say...
remember.
I know
But-
Commando's worried that I'm going to speak into reality, but if I willingly cast this person 80-piece drought, I'm buying a lottery ticket tomorrow. But I am...
That's not...
I would be more shocked if I am right.
You see an 80-piece drought? That would man. That
Like I think what we would do here is just agree to just restart. Don't count that round.
That is also assuming that both players can live through the 80-piece drought. I'm not entirely...
That is true. Because in order to reach 80 pieces, you got to survive. Because I'm sure there's like plenty of droughts that players have encountered over the years where they could have been longer, but they just died.
You know, I don't like that thought. It's just that someone suffered. I don't like the thought of someone suffering a drought only to realize that if they had survived, it would have been much, much worse. That is a harrowing thought.
I think the worst I've survived is like 140. Well, not 140.
Huh?
140-piece drought.
Oh, I was about to say, what do you mean 140? Wait a second.
No, the only time I'd survive a 140-piece drought is if I'm playing Guideline and someone just removed the eyepiece from the bag. It is now 6 bag.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, it looks like these players are off.
Wow, players.
Doremy.
Doremy had an early tuck, and then Zin had a late tuck. So
I guess it cancels out?
Yeah.
Dormy's still able to work around this, I presume. Yeah, I mean, still Tetris ready. And in this situation where we're early on, it's not that big of a deal. And there it is, there's a Tetris.
All right, see, that's good. Wait, we didn't reach 20 pieces, so no 80-piece drought for now.
For now. I don't like that phrase, for now. Oh, jeez.
Zen just really getting some unfriendly pieces. There's not too many ways to like deal with these pieces in a great manner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfectly timed eyepiece.
Ooh.
Maybe one piece too early for the Tetris, but I think in perfect enough time to just bring the stack down to something more manageable.
Yeah, especially with this left side well, you don't really want that kind of thing happening. All right, there's another Tetris.
Suffer opener for both of these players here. Doremy does have a couple Tetrises on the board, and Zen looking for his first. Oh, and the parody.
Still not quite. Yeah, still not quite Tetris ready. Has a hole there. Ooh, and those eyepieces just not coming at the right times. There's finally the triple. Gives Zen the opportunity to maybe stack higher. Or he chooses to burn instead. That maybe
could go for the road too. No, just gonna burn all the way down.
Just gonna keep burning. I think to an extent that's not a bad idea, but with these pieces, it's like it's a little.
The pieces aren't quite helping the burns. It's like to get access, they're helping burn lines, yes, but to get access to those crucial holes to bring the stack down, they just haven't been entirely helpful. Especially when there's been issues of like bad parity, like now.
Yeah. Since finally got it sorted out, just a little under 4 Tetrises behind.
And looks like we are 1 Mino away. Zen set up for the first Tetris of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Oh, managed to make a hole.
Okay.
Yeah, latency's scaring us a bit here.
I was like, wait, what do you mean he doesn't get the bar over?
It would have been. Oh yeah, you can actually see Zin's hand cam over there, like playing on keyboard, doing a bit of tapping. Interesting. It's interesting that he has another keypad for playing on Classic. I don't think we saw that whenever he was playing other modes.
Makes sense. Like maybe for like rotating, you have one keypad that might be like less sensitive, or like have like a lower actuation point. But then for tapping, you have something that like maybe has something like silver or like red switches.
It's interesting. It's always interesting to see how people play, people approach playing the game. Because I know, like, Kazu would play Zone Battle using analog joysticks, which is an extremely crazy it's a crazy concept. But it's really cool to see like how people approach playing this game.
Yeah, speaking about this game, it's been quite suffer. Both players around that 90 line mark, and Doremy's just approaching that 300k threshold.
I mean, beside like all those really harsh burns aside that Zin had to deal with at the beginning, Stack's been looking pretty clean. Like no major mishaps here. Skimming a few lines here and there, but that is pretty much par for the course.
Yeah, it's been keeping the deficit around the same point. Beautiful J-vert or L-vert to burn that out.
Yeah, very, very good here.
So looks like this lead's going to be more or less maintained. This latency is throwing me off.
Yeah, no, it's really hard to tell, but I'm just going to give the players the benefit of the doubt here. I don't think we're going to have any unfortunate misdrops, and if we do, having it like at this point in the game is kind of
nice S-spin. Good burns over there from Zen.
Good corrections, good stuff. Just in time for that Tetris.
All right, level 19 is upon us, and
look at this.
A Tetris worth of lines for both players.
Let's see how Zin approaches this. Just gonna go straight into transition with that.
Man, that S was terribly timed. Oh
yeah, no, that was not great.
Looked like 29 there for a second.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, and that's gonna seal the deal.
Yeah, on the left side too. No, that's gonna be rough. Managed to get an extra line. I don't think that's gonna do anything.
And Doremy's an S burst into 19.
It is that time of year. But yeah, Doremy's gonna take the first one. And could potentially take it all here.
Yep, it all comes down to this game number 2.
Lynn's got to do everything he can to come back from this, and Doremy, just has to do what he did that last time.
Ooh, okay, I was about to say, we were keeping the clone tricks going up for a bit, but Zen's approach seems to be better, less dependent.
Yeah. Doremy getting a few burns off, and Zen's getting the first Tetris here.
Set up for it. Oh, nice, the T-piece making it all the way over.
All right. Yeah, this round's looking real solid. Real solid start from both players here. Ooh, just one Mino shy of that Tetris. Doremy's going to be able to get it and take the lead here. But it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, counting to 4 is hard.
And there we go. There's the Tetris for Zin. Ooh, still not quite Tetris ready.
Great eyepiece go over there on that left. Oh, double perfect pieces for Doremy.
Look at that.
That was beautiful.
Hard work gets rewarded. Like, wonderful plays there.
Nice scam into a Tetris for Zen. We got ourselves a good game for both players here.
Yeah, both of these players doing real good here. All right, yeah. Unfortunate use of those two eyepieces, but doremy gets, you know, really pacing himself here. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, Zen would love a J piece to get, or now an I piece.
Interesting piece. Oh, okay.
Really efficient way to handle unfavorable pieces right there from Zen.
Yeah, but like, yeah, this is exactly what we've been wanting. Just like both of these players definitely seem like they're in their element now. Nothing too unfortunate seems to be throwing them off.
Nice, good skim over there from Zen. Great mitigation of the drought. Oh, okay. Only 27, not too bad.
A drought of 27, like saying that's not too bad in comparison to what we've seen. Like that's just crazy. It's just what a concept.
I see a crazy delay burn set up over here from Zen.
Ooh, doremy with a nice center well.
Very contested game.
Yeah, both of these players pulling out some good plays.
Very creative solutions. Ooh, interesting. Doremy going for the S-spin there. A ZPT. Wow.
Wow.
Absolutely perfect pieces.
Oh my goodness. Everything.
Way to play them.
This is stark contrast to that first match against Sake Gohan.
Oh, T-piece not making its way over to the left. And can't bring the stack down anymore, so doremy gets the eyepiece over.
Okay, gets the eyepiece over. That's really all he needed. Still has to go through a bit of a burn, but that is...
Might convert the burn into a dirty Tetris setup? Potentially? Ooh.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Nope.
Oh,
still finds it.
Out. Gee, like, wow, it was really gunning to, like, not work out, but... I mean... Wow, what an unexpected twist.
So 323 for Zen, 281 for doremy. Zen having a great game. Doremy having some incredibly creative solves and trying to make sure that Zen doesn't get too far away. And we did see that Zen topped out rather quickly on the level 19 speed. I mean, the S and Z's didn't help, but doremy might have the advantage there. We'll have to see.
Oh yeah, I just noticed the score difference.
Good adjustments over here from Zen. Great mitigation. Man, these stacks are so good.
Yeah, really, really good. Ooh, and that's just there, right on time for doremy.
Unfortunate timing on those two long bars for Zen, but could use the third one.
Yeah.
Looking for now an S or a J. Couldn't find either, but there is an option available. Nice, the I split double into a regular double while it's open.
Yeah.
And we close in on
spiky.
level 19. Yeah.
Spiky pieces. And doremy's going to be the first to transition. Not with a Tetris, unfortunately, but... Things are starting to speed up here.
Yeah, we're going to go... Oh, that T-piece did not move quite where it needed to go over there for Zen. Yeah, 97,000 point lead.
If doremy can get a few Tetrises off, then probably be able to start to close that gap. Especially since Zen needs to burn quite a bit in order to get rid of those holes.
Yeah, doremy was able to find one.
Yeah.
And nice. Zen went for the split burn.
Ooh,
now it needs a eyepiece. Oh, interesting delay burn, but the hang And Zen can't tap fast enough to get it over.
Oh, yeah, no, that's gonna be it. Doremy has the chase down now.
A lot less of a time frame than what we saw up against Saki Gohan. So, very much doable.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a much more manageable point deficit. I wonder what Doremy's gonna do to approach this, though. Okay, Tetris ready, actually. But chooses to...
Hold on. There could be some complications.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Oof.
Good triple.
Good piece movement. It's always so anxiety-inducing whenever someone has to put something to the left of. It's just...
Yes, it is, especially when you're not sure. Oh!
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. But surely
just needs to get an eyepiece over, and that will be good.
There's a long bar, and there it is.
Yes.
Doremy takes classic score attack and ranks 3rd in the TECWC Trifecta event. What a way to conclude. That was a good round. That was a
phenomenal level 18 play by both players.
Mm-hmm. That's what we wanted to see from both players. Like they got their good round going.
Yeah, I guess Davo's not going to get a lottery ticket.
Good. Yeah, I think that's good for everyone involved. I don't think he wanted to spend the money on that. But yeah, Doremy's gonna be taking 3rd. Congratulations to him. Well done to Zin though, like putting up a great effort once again, taking it to top 4 Trifecta once again.
And hopefully also taking a good long beauty rest, because I'm pretty sure it's very late where Doremy's from right now.
Oh yeah, of course. Doremy,
please
these tournaments and Doremy's time zone mix like oil and water. It's always bad. But I'm sure Doremy's used to this as well. Regardless, like, very well done. Get some rest, though.
Yeah, and you get a non-levitating 3rd place trophy.
Yes, that is true. Doremy
it's not levitating. It's not levitating, but it is still very pretty.
Like, imagine if it was levitating. Just having that just spin on, like, your desk.
I feel like we could definitely, for like a year or 2 from now, like find a way to make that happen, right? Like it would probably be some kind of like thing we'd have to put
it's like something with magnets, right?
Yeah, there's got to be something out there, surely. Ooh, yes.
Yes.
One more thing we'll be cooking as well. We've got the merch. One of the best ways to support TECWC and Enhance. Obviously, a lot of this merch will look very familiar from years past, but we also have the mouse pad and tote bag. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Kameto does have the. You're doing the We Are Connected one, right? I think.
Yeah. I also have the hoodie off. I have last year's hoodie in the back somewhere, but I think that's going through the wash. But yeah, there it is. It just says, it's very nice, very clean. It's kind of subtle. Very good stuff. I really like the tote bags and the stickers.
Actually, wait, I think I have the enhanced sticker. That one's still on the back of my Switch. I have one on the back of my Switch as well.
I did recently get a laptop, so might be able to put my enhanced sticker on there somewhere.
Yeah. Everyone knows a laptop is the perfect canvas for stickers.
Yeah.
Like, I can't name a single person who hasn't put stickers on their laptop, legitimately.
Raise his hand.
Well, sounds like you can fix that if you get the sticker set.
I'm sorry, my Switch gets the stickers before my laptop does.
But yeah, here we are. Here we are. We've seen all the matches tonight. We've seen who's gotten 4th and 3rd. But now, it is the match you have all been waiting for. These past several weeks of tournaments have all come down to this very moment. It's going to be the finals. Our reigning champion, Super Shocky, facing the very well-known, the sort of infamous powerhouse, kind of sweeping the TEC scene by storm, Sake Gohan.
I mean, even between Trifecta and Zone Battle, I know they didn't get a chance to play in Score Attack and Classic. They have only dropped one game, which was Score Attack to OSW back, I think in like quarterfinals or something like that. Everything else has been a complete sweep out of Sake Gohan. But remember, Shocky is coming in as seed number 1, so they will get first pick on game mode, and I presume that's going to be Score Attack.
I'd hope it's Score Attack.
Well, I don't think it's going to be Zone Battle, if I were to wager.
I
mean, maybe Shocky wants to play the true mind games. Pick Zone Battle and then force Sake Gohan to pick Score Attack or Classic.
Mode, yeah.
I think looking behind the scenes, I believe they have agreed to play Classic first. So...
Ooh, is that the case?
Shocky chose to play Classic first.
Okay.
And then,
Spooky.
And of course, Sake Gohan picking Zone Battle right after. This seems to be their forte. I am just deathly curious to see what will happen when we get to Score Attack.
Oh, yes.
This is gonna be exciting. This is gonna be so exciting.
Shocky has historically, I believe, left Score Attack. Well, I'm trying to think. I think they won in Classic against Doremy in the first year in order to take the championship, but I forget if that was Game 2 or Game 3. However, I do remember with the Rocky, they did, it was Zone Battle into Classic into Score Attack, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so Shocky has left Score Attack for last.
It's gonna be interesting because I think what's going to make the difference in this, at least this Classic Score Attack portion, is going to be that level 19 play. Because Sake Gohan, that level 18 was scarily consistent, and the stacking was pristine up against doremy.
Yeah, but after the transition, kind of started to be a little bit shaky there. We're gonna have to see how, yeah, we're gonna have to see if Shocky can show. I mean, Shocky showed some real good chops with that starting drought of 40.
Yeah, we saw maybe a total of 3 minutes of Classic Score Attack play from Shocky today. So
yeah, Shocky will get one hell of a run back here. Speaking of run backs, I wonder what the coin is thinking. I want to, we have to get the coin in on this, you know.
The coin was wrong last time, though.
It was.
Unless unless the coin was deciding who lost.
I mean, that's what it was doing. That's what it was doing the year prior. We'll have to see.
All right, so we'll do heads for our number 1 seed, Super Shocky, and tails of the rocket screen for Sake Gohan, who will win. Ooh, we have tails. Sake Gohan is the predicted winner of our Trifecta Grand Finale.
Some may say that's a safe pick, but I don't know.
I don't think this either outcome could be. Who knows? Because it really hinges on this. It really hinges on this because if Shocky loses this, then it's game over.
Yeah, no. If Shocky loses Classic, it's gonna be one uphill battle trying to get that win against Sake.
I don't think uphill is the right way to phrase it. More like up mountain, like up Mount Everest battle is more appropriate.
See, but the thing is, if I remember correctly, Super Shocky has gone rock climbing or bouldering a good amount of times. So you know what? You know what? It's still possible. Anything is possible.
I love that playing to the analogy. All right.
Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Let's see what we open with.
Okay. Wildly different
Ooh,
approach.
okay, nice. Only 7 pieces, so we should be on the safer side of things. I like the way that Sake Gohan opened up his board.
Mm-hmm. Both players perfectly Tetris ready. Oh, but Sake Gohan's gonna be able to get that second one in.
Yeah, ooh, that left side for Shocky gonna be looking for a T piece. Or
Yeah.
actually that IS combination works out perfectly.
Yeah, given the situation.
Ooh,
It's looking
yeah.
extremely jagged for Shocky, and it's kind of scary to look at, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the board
Ooh.
is low enough on 18 where it's not terrible, but you just know, like, unless Shocky gets those jagged pieces, it's gonna hurt his efficiency.
Mm-hmm. But overall, it is fairly close, under a Tetris difference. Ooh.
Sake Gohan just be able to be just a tad bit more efficient with the opener. Which kind of, holds true to what we did see in the matchup against doremy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh.
This drought, hold on. This drought.
I don't want to say anything too...
needs... Oh,
Shocky's
no.
handling the drought very well, though.
Great burns over here from Sake Gohan.
But it is still 30-plus pieces.
Well, there you go. Another 41. Exactly.
41. Okay. I see.
Hey, all I said was I can guarantee that we weren't going to see a big drought in the semis. I just said nothing about the finals.
Sharky, oh my goodness. I don't know why I doubt. Like, a part of me doubted you, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, I should have listened to you. I should have trusted you, and that's just on me.
Amazing drought management over there from Sake Gohan. That was, with the way that the board was being elevated, Sake Gohan found all the right burns and was able to score the Tetris in the end. So 211 and now 226, separated by a little bit over half a Tetris. This is quite the contested game.
Yeah, this is looking to be a really good one. And there's another Tetris for Sake Gohan. Another Tetris for both. Like, they are like right next to each other.
Shocky. Wow, 3 T pieces in a row. How about that?
Yeah. Worked with them really well.
I used 2 of them to build up the left and then 1 to skim to get Tetris ready.
Yeah. Ooh, you got
great pieces for both players. This is kind of playing into like what I said, how the 18 was going to look something like this, but now as we get closer and closer to that 19, I'm genuinely curious how things are going to play out.
Yeah, like Sake Gohan like needs to be able to like handle the 19 speeds if he wants to like basically guarantee the win. But I mean, with how Shocky's playing, like he's not making it easy for Sake Gohan.
Yeah, even if he's not able to score per se a lot, just being able to take it the distance would be a massive improvement. Nice timing on that bar for Sake Gohan. The center was kind of spiraling, and with Classic, as you know, okay. TP's hang was a little scary there.
Awkward. Yeah, that's actually gonna hurt Sake Gohan's efficiency a little bit.
Oh, I see
Like,
what he's trying to do. He's holding out for the pieces. Would have loved a J piece. A T piece now would be great. Okay, that works. Shocky also had to do some burning, so Sake Gohan's still holding on to this lead. Just barely, though.
2.5 Tetrises, like roughly around 1.5 Tetrises right now. Ooh.
Shocky passed up on the Tetris.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe he didn't see that he was Tetris ready, because that can happen. Now long bar dependent in the center.
Yeah, that's an awkward center well. Got it. All right.
Both players ended up getting long bar dependent around the same time, and we are closing in on the transition. Nice burn over there from Shocky, but I'm more so concerned about Saki Gohan. This close right to transition, and the drought's already in the 20s.
Really greeting for the Tetris. Only gets a triple out of that.
And Saki Gohan transitions, gets the well open with that T piece. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, this is gonna be so close.
Saki Gohan 60,000 point lead.
Yeah, Shocky's not too far behind, but he's like still has a bit of a deficit, and his board is not that tall.
Yeah, but speaking about things being tall, this down stack is going to be a tall order for Saki Gohan, but he's making it happen. That S piece was
Ooh, those I pieces aren't too great either.
The irony, but Saki Gohan, perfect O piece. Able to get a piece over to the left. O piece, not too great. Needs a J piece. Can't get the Z piece over there to the left, and this might be the beginning of the end for Saki Gohan, but he's fighting for his life here. Can he get a piece over? No, he can't.
This is so close. There's another Tetris for Shocky. He's closing the gap. It's chase down. Like, I mean, Shocky's in a perfect position to deal with this. Just needs to get those skims going. Could really clear this with, not Tetrises. But he's really gunning
set up for it.
And there it is. Shocky takes the first round.
That was brutal. I mean, Saki Gohan had the transition that was a bit, scary, but then brought it down, but then things just continue to compound higher and higher. Man.
Wow. Good start.
All right, get some clone Tris going.
Yeah.
Oh, differentiation.
Yeah.
Let's go, Saki Gohan. Nice overhang. Oh, that was beautiful. And the S flat too? Okay, yeah, he's definitely been watching classic players.
Yeah, Shocky's playing it a lot more safe. Unfortunately, like this is a pretty bad starting drought.
At least it's not 40 bad.
Yeah. Ooh, and not quite dirty Tetris, but
ooh, that's a commitment to using an L piece to burn that out for Shocky. And
one does come in, but it's kind of rough here.
Oh, hold on. There might be something cooking. Potentially intentional miss of the spin there. Yeah, so both players having to deal with some tricky situation. Saki Gohan a bit more comfortable than Shocky.
Yeah. But Shocky's got that well open, has Tetris ready, and there's a long bar. Boom, Tetris.
Nice, the double tuck of the J over there for Shocky. And Saki Gohan scores the Tetris. So both players getting out of that turbulent opener, so to speak.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. That was a good burn from Shocky.
Man.
Oh. All right. Oh, yeah, that middle of the board is really spiky. Really jagged for Shocky here.
A T piece would be very friendly here. Or an L piece.
Like,
it gets neither. Wait a second.
It's not happening. And the T piece comes far too late. Ooh, that is so... Oh,
Shocky's going all in. Wait,
that's too much.
This is dangerous.
No, that's too much.
There's a chance if he can go for the L flat. No. That's an early top out.
Oh. It really...
Wait.
Oh, my goodness. This is
no,
terrifying.
The pressure is on. The pressure is on.
Much pressure here. There's so much pressure here. Shocky has to do everything he can.
He has to win this game.
He has to win this game. Because up next is Zone Battle. Oh, no. Oh, this is...
Oh, both players opt in for the same stack. Okay,
yeah,
wow.
You know what?
Okay, what? Oh. Saki Gohan takes the burn.
Okay. That's gonna give Shocky the early Tetris. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh, that piece queue is just brutal.
This is not too great. Okay,
Oh.
that's gonna help. Shocky couldn't see the adjustment for the Z piece though. Oh, no.
Not
This
like
is
this.
not an easy down stack. It's doable, but it's not easy.
It's doable, but it's gonna come at a great cost. Managing to burn pretty nicely, but like...
Okay. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
no longer hold my breath because that was scary.
Yeah, there's
There's also
still
some weird, there's some weird commentator sync there.
Yeah,
between us saying-
yeah. It's like we can't comment on the situation. It's just so tense. Like you can cut the tension with a knife. It was so much.
Oh,
And-
it goes for
but
the
Shocky
aggressive
managed
placement on
to
the
dig
bar.
through it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a huge point deficit that Shocky has to make up, but like it's not impossible.
Yeah, and we saw, the chase down happen on 19, but you don't want to be in that position
Yeah,
because
you
pressure
really
is
don't
real.
wanna-
Pressure is real.
There's a lot weighing on Shocky's shoulders right now, and he's got to do everything he can to maintain his cool. Really locking in like the LJ over on the left-hand side there. It worked out, but that is so risky.
If Shocky can win this game, then he can use zone battle as an opportunity to like mentally prepare himself for score attack. But this is kind of like a similar situation to like last year with Shocky versus Araki, where Araki pushed Shocky to the very limit to, a game 3, high 800, and Saki Gohan, at least from what I've seen, is capable of doing that exact same thing, if not better, which is a terrifying prospect to face.
Oh, there is... Oh, that is... Oh.
These pieces just not the best.
Holy stack. Jeez.
An OP... Oh, wow. Good manifestation right there, I guess.
Yeah. That, like... I mean, Shocky really needs any manifestation he can get, really. Like, there's not much.
Yeah, Z piece would be okay. And doesn't use it. Interesting.
Oh, look at this. Oh, nearly 100k point difference right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit that.
Once again,
Things are
I piece aggressive column 9, but it works out.
I mean, like, Shocky does have to be a little aggressive in certain parts. Doesn't really have much of a choice. Just needs like
Not
an O.
entirely
There it is.
sure.
Ooh, perfect. Perfect OI follow up. Maintaining this like score gap, but it is still not great.
Good T piece, a nice
Oh, look.
Z. Great pieces.
Everything's working out in Shocky's favor right now, but Sake Gohan is still able to maintain that gap.
And Shocky, nice delay burn, gets the S over. That S had to
Yeah.
make it over to the left.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point to where placements that seem relatively safe to get over on 18 become make or break for Shocky.
Yeah, because it could just be like panic, nerves, anything could like take over and just cause that to fail. So Shocky really needs anything he can get right now, and he's doing a fantastic job of managing this right now.
But man, Sake Gohan is just
Sake
managing
Gohan
to
is
score
managing this
each-
piece
yeah, just-
perfectly. It's like, manifesting Tetrises where you didn't think they would happen.
the lead hasn't changed over the past 40 lines.
No. Which, I mean, goes to show how consistent both players are going right now. Ooh, unfortunate. No room for that. Ugh.
Sake Gohan with the center well and a long bar dependency, but ooh. Okay.
Definitely not going to be able to get another Tetris here. Gonna give Shocky a little bit of room to catch up.
Not too much though, because Sake Gohan is already out of it, and he sees the adjustment.
Oh my goodness.
and is going to set up for the Tetris.
Yeah.
If he gets the long bar in time, it'll be a perfect well transfer. And that's exactly what happens.
There it is. Oh my... How?
Wait, oh, that's a beautiful delay burn on that J.
Oh.
This is the problem. Shocky is playing good, but Saki Gohan is playing just... This is a scary prospect when your opponent's playing like this in Game 3, the decider set. Shocky transitions 90,000 points behind.
Like, Saki Gohan has to start, like, faltering like he did the previous round.
Okay, a little bit of a risky overhang for Saki Gohan. And, yeah, you can kind of see that, well, actually, both players wavering on level 20. Whoa, that hang over there to the left could get... Okay, gets it over.
Shocky sorting everything out. Oof.
Shocky really trying to take care of that left. Don't want something to accidentally hang and then seal his fate. Oh no. Okay, the drought's developing. Shocky, the super
Shocky's
jagged left.
Shocky's got to start burning.
Dirty level of Tetris over there for Saki Gohan. Back up to 100,000 point lead.
Oh, the fact that Saki Gohan is still playing is extremely concerning. Like,
Shocky. Okay,
if Shocky
Tetris
wants
ready?
to win this, like, Saki Gohan needs to top out soon. But Saki Gohan instead gets another Tetris.
Yeah, Saki Gohan. If this lead persists up until level 27, then that could be... Oh no! The hang over there for Saki Gohan!
Oh, the mess up! There's still a Tetris, but like...
Hold on. That's gonna be... That is insane. Saki Gohan actually gets the piece over the well, and the center is open. Does he get the eyepiece? Yes, he does! Dirty Tetris for Saki Gohan! Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but this is exactly what Shocky needs. Saki Gohan won't be able to get in a scoring position immediately, so Shocky can close the gap by at least one Tetris.
Shocky needs to do everything he can to close this gap.
Wait, hold on. This could be fatal. Saki Gohan needs to get a piece over.
There's nothing on the left
side.
side.
I can't do anything. Okay. Shocky needs two Tetrises. There's one in change. One in change. Now, one will do it. One will do it.
One will do it. Shocky needs to build up to get that Tetris.
It is barely line outable if enough triples are scored, and he has plenty of time to do it. But holy cow!
Things are starting to look good.
There's
it's
a
good position to be in. There's a Tetris. There it is.
Shocky clutched it out. That was probably the most tense game of classic score attack ever. Shocky's entire tournament was riding on that game, and if Saki Gohan played out of his mind. The setups were just insane.
Setup was prime. Shocky managed to go through all of that, came back against all odds. Well played. Jeez.
Oh.
If that doesn't demonstrate why Shocky has been able to take Trifecta the past several years, I don't know what does. Like those, like two years in a row taking the Trifecta win, like you can see exactly where he got that from. Like that was fantastic play.
Gosh,
that was absolutely fantastic.
Tremendous. And like Saki Gohan, you can clearly tell that they've been watching classic players because there were specific things that they stacked that I was like, bro, there's no way that a person that just sticks strictly to modern is seeing those kind of things. Holy cow. That I know Shocky had just a breath of relief after all of that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, now since zone battle's gonna happen and like it's kind of it's gonna be hard. He can at least use this sort of he can kind of use this as like a sort of mental reset. Oh
man, that was scary.
That was terrifying.
90,000 point lead held all the way up until level 25.
Like, it's not over for Shocky. Not yet. Not yet.
It's not over, but one of his important win conditions has been fulfilled. And that was, of course, winning Classic.
Yeah. What a way to win it. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my. Ooh.
Yeah, make sure to take your breather before zone battle comes in, because it's gonna be a goodie.
Yeah, no, my heart rate is kind of accelerated right now.
I wouldn't blame you. I honestly I'm trying to remember our classic score attack games from previous Trifecta Grand Finals, because I think we played classic in every single iteration. And I think there might have been like one 800k game between Super Shocky and Doremy. But beyond that, I think that might have been the second highest scoring game that we've seen. Unless...
Yeah, I can't remember, because wasn't Kirby in the finals of one of them between Shocky?
It was a Rocky last year, and then Doremy the year prior, at least to my knowledge. And then Rocky got like a low 700k in game 2 to win one, but I don't remember there being high 700k, almost 800k score from that set. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at the VOD.
All right, well, here we go. The mode we were all kind of dreading, I suppose.
Oh, I'm not dreading. I'm waiting to see this Sakai Gohan gameplay. This is what I live for.
And there's a
perfect clear.
Shocky's got a nice right side well of garbage. I mean, this is like classic still lingering around with that right side well.
Sakai Gohan still has the even parity, even around the garbage. Oh.
Ooh. Not anymore.
I feel like that adjustment was made specifically because they saw something, and it wasn't at all clear, but I didn't like whatever it was they saw.
Alright, let's see what Sakai Gohan pulls out here.
Well,
let's see what he's cooking, as they would say.
That was the first Tetris, I believe, from Sakai Gohan. Everything else was like T-spinning. Oh, they're looking
not quite. Ooh, not quite. Oh! Oh, I saw the vision. That would have been extremely impressive, but unfortunate. I think it was something within initial hold.
And to be fair, that was also one of the times where Sakai Gohan lost the zone interaction. Shocky had a 61 Ultimatris, but unfortunately just could not keep up outside of zone, and as it changes into phase 3, Sakai Gohan takes the first round. You can see Shocky's looking at the webcam like, how do we do this one today?
Yeah, looks like he's just...
Oh,
his freestyle stack fit perfectly around that well. Just needs to get a good transfer going. There it is.
Is this 6-3 looping from Sakai Gohan? I feel like the PCs are like just barely not there, and that at a moment's notice that could change. Not sure how well the garbage was been sending back and forth. We can see as soon as phase 2 hits, Sakai Gohan pulls the trigger on this zone. We still are at only T-spin doubles. No Tetrises have been cleared so far. 6 consecutive T-spin doubles on back-to-back. Finally, some skimming from Sakai Gohan. And beautiful use of the IRS.
Simultaneous ulti finish, but simultaneous ulti finish, but there was a 15 attack difference between the two. Like both of them got 20 lines, which is already impressive. And then Sakai Gohan gets a 70 attack one. It's crazy.
Yeah. That is not exactly the difference between 5'11" and 6 foot. That is quite a tremendous gap that Sakai Gohan is going to run with for game 2 and take it just as we hit the 60,000 point mark once again.
Like, oh,
there's
the all clear. Is it going to continue? Yes.
Yeah, I think Shocky at this point is just like getting used to the rhythm of how to use the eyepieces to clear through garbage. No, maybe not. A little scary.
A little scary indeed, but managed to survive. Didn't send anything over to Sakai Gohan though.
Yeah, Sake Gohan.
Sake Gohan's trying to find a perfect clear to start this with, I'm pretty sure.
It is dangerously close. There's the phase 2 bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they really
Not
just...
a single line of garbage has hit Sake Gohan's board.
Because they haven't zoned, and they've had ample chance to try and go for one. You might be right.
I think they're waiting for the perfect clear.
And there it is. Literally. Okay,
here it comes.
PC looping from Sake Gohan. We saw 90... what was it? 98 against Jaden Pryor. Beautiful stall on that T-spin.
What is that? What was that? What was that spin? What are you going to do?
Sake Gohan. Oh, is this a 63 ulti and still looping PCs? 60 ulti from Shocky, but no defense for the too much. And even Shocky. Shocky was like, I didn't know there was more PCs.
No garbage on Sake Gohan's board that entire round.
Just said, oh, I'm going to receive garbage. Well, I have this funny little button that prevents me from taking.
Oh, was that a misdrop?
No. Oh, I thought they were just going for like the PCO on top of each other kind of thing. So like try and keep PC on the board as long as possible. I feel like no other player beyond the Rocky has really considered PC like actively while playing.
Oh, and there's
as I say that, you can see Sake Gohan is not exactly your average run-of-the-mill
and there's another
veteran player.
Oh,
this is the DPC solve. Oh, misdrop!
The misdrop stopped him. Sake Gohan's getting a little, getting a little sloppy. It's like, I don't want to say cocky because like Sake Gohan still has a significant advantage over Shocky, but like.
Like, keep in mind as well, like, that zone ended well prematurely and, like, in the middle of line 13, and that still sent more than a lot of players would send on a Perfectress and an ulti.
Alright, jeez.
Let's see. Sake Gohan, not sure how the parity is looking, but the T-spins are going insane. Wow, and the ability to still keep those on deck. 66 from the ulti. And this is well into phase 3.
Yeah, Shocky just unfazed. He's just like, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. This is exactly what I was anticipating. I mean,
150 APM out of Sake Gohan. That's one of the highest I think we've seen out of them to date.
Yeah, I mean, like perhaps unsurprisingly, we are going to go to the last game mode. It's kind of poetic that we will go through all 3 modes for the final match.
So many PCs, man.
Like, so many PCs, you think you walked into a Best Buy. Like, it's just, it's gross.
Or a Micro Center.
Yeah. Are those still around? I haven't seen one.
Well, at least not around me.
Wait, which one? The
Micro Center.
Wait, I gotta look up the logo. I might have seen one. Hold on.
Like, oh my goodness.
What's
so many clean sweeps. It was just like so many clean. It was just so clean. But
goodness,
yeah, like we're gonna be going to score attack, which is kind of poetic that we go through all 3 modes for the very last match. Okay, and I legitimately don't know how this is going to go because I don't think I've really seen Sake Gohan play score attack all that much. I think he's gotten a 3 million in the past, which is something I don't think Super Shocky has done.
Have they?
Not that I know of. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, yes.
Sake Gohan has gotten to 3 million points, and I believe it was... Actually, wait, hold on. I believe I shared this screenshot relatively recently.
I do just want to bring up, Sake Gohan played OSW earlier on the Enhanced Experience preliminary round stream. If you do want to see some of their score attack, they put up some really, really clean games against OSW. One game was like near perfect, so just super shocky.
Well,
this should be a very photo finish. I'll just to hype it up a little bit.
We're gonna have to see Shocky pull out his very, very consistent ST stacking. He can't afford to falter at all if he wants to take this.
We need flawless play from Shocky. Kind of like what we saw in that game 2 between him and Zen. Mm-hmm. But game 1s and game 3s cannot happen.
Yeah. This is
heavy.
Oh, this is so tense. This is so tense. The air has grown thick with tension. It's just...
This is where literally a misdrop can quite literally turn an L into a W.
Audience, everyone sitting here tonight watching this, get yourselves ready. Like, legitimately, get yourselves ready. Get a glass of water. Get some snacks. I was gonna mention the power bearers. Get some of those if you have them on you. It all comes down to this. Everything that we've seen these past several weeks has come down to this. Wow.
I think both Shocky and Sake Gohan are going to need to take a lot of deep breaths before this set. I mean, obviously, both of them are going to be getting the cool little orb there, but you know, if you know the giant gold base for the trophy exists, I mean, you want to go for it, right? Like, you don't want to just settle for that second place trophy. I mean,
there's so much on the line. History to be made by both. It would be Sake Gohan to put it into Shocky's reign, and for Shocky to potentially cement himself as almost like the Jonas Neubauer trifecta.
I mean, it would be the three-peat for a 3-mode event, which I think is quite poetic in its own right. But if anyone's going to put a stop to it, it might, again, Shocky was able to defeat Doremy, defeat Araki, but Sake Gohan might be the toughest opponent to give Super Shocky a run for their money in score attack.
All right, so got the setups going. Sake Gohan opened up a lot faster than Shocky did, but looks like both players now thinking carefully.
2,000 points because Sake Gohan got in a T-spin double while performing the setup.
Kind of similar to what we saw in that one game where Shocky utilized those T pieces to continue to set up the ST.
And then let's see. So I think there was a little bit of combo play as well that Shocky's been running with to try and really maximize that score. Let's see. Oh, and a little bit of a speed up there from Sake Gohan. Was taking this quite a bit slower to begin with. And it's getting quite close in terms of score. Yeah, we are literally just
away.
Yeah,
Sake Gohan went for T-spin into back-to-back Tetrises for some more combo play.
I mean, the fact that we're optimizing that much in score attack, like this, I feel like even from like the years past, like just the 1 year ago between Super Shocky and Araki, I feel like that was just nowhere on anyone's radar. And now it's like, actually, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's become necessary, which is so scary.
All right, and now now it looks like Shocky is taking a little bit of the slower approach. So Sake Gohan is gonna try and potentially put some chase down pressure down.
Ooh.
Although again, at very high speeds with great power comes great responsibility. You don't want to have these misdrops because they could come out of nowhere and immediately ruin your board state, which could quite literally put 20 or 30 lines of scoring potential out of commission instantly.
Yeah, very nicely done over here by Shocky. Definitely he ran into some tough pieces and been able to maintain this still.
It's a
Holy cow.
1.42 transition from Sake Gohan.
Sake Gohan's going so fast. Oh my gosh.
I mean, sometimes I think the only thing holding back Sake Gohan's speed in zone battle is line clear delay. And as you get faster in score attack, that becomes less and less relevant. And so Super Shocky might have to do the entirety of speed level 21 and beyond after Sake Gohan has made it to the end.
Yeah, Sake Gohan's really trying to push the metal here.
Oh, Shocky's looking for a potential build. There's not a lot of great options.
Oh?
Way through 1.41. Barely 10,000 points behind in pace. But I still don't think Sake Gohan has had any breaks in the back-to-back. 26, 27.
What the heck is even happening?
And it does not matter. This train is unfazed. 28. And the ST stack is still perfectly clean. Going into speed level 29. Feats only done by Shocky to begin with. Still nearly perfectly clean. We're about to see
my gosh.
Score with a level 30 transition from Sake Gohan getting extra credits. There's the speed level 30.
What even just happened?
But at this point, this is going to have to be a PB from Shocky. That was a 4-minute, 3 million score from Sake Gohan. One of the fastest finish we've seen tonight, as well as the highest scoring run we've seen.
I'm kind of in awe. I'm not entirely sure what to say.
I'm sorry. What? I shouldn't be here right now.
3 million.
What?
Again, so sometimes people think that the greatest compliment is that you played perfectly. Nah. Sake Gohan says your perfect play, no. The best compliment in the world is you played robotically. And that is exactly what Sake Gohan has been lurking into with some of these nearly appear to be almost frame-perfect inputs with the input latency of speed level 30. And just, I mean, this is a 700,000 point difference in score that Shocky has to overcome, and there's only about 30 more lines before speed level 30, not even. We're going to have to see not just perfect ST into level 28, but beyond as well. We see level 28, okay, going to be getting close to level 29. Does Shocky have it in them? No, there's a couple of misdrops now, and still 400,000 points left to go. Lining it out is only going to do so much. There's the speed level 30 from Shocky. All right, a 2.75 already. Down stacking through speed level 31. Hold on. But the misdrops are coming in numbers. And look at that, 15,000 per line average from Sake Gohan in 4 minutes. And it was still the highest we've seen in tournament.
And Shocky did end up breaking a couple of times before that, but even after, you know, if Shocky were to play perfect, he still would have been behind, which is crazy.
I don't know if you noticed, Sake Gohan went and used 2 T-spins for their setup. They T-spun both of them. They got an extra 10,000 points just on those T-spins alone.
What even? Just what even?
I mean, again, like, this is the, you know, like, Shocky is our de facto, like, score attack champion. But keep in mind, Sake Gohan was never in that bracket to begin with. And is making a case that they could be the, undisputed score attack and zone battle champion if they're able to pull up another attempt like that. Because that is, I mean, oh my goodness, the, nearly PB, I think, for Sake Gohan as well.
This time you can see that Shocky's the one that's pushing the pace because, I mean, a 4-minute clear, it's mind-blowing. Like, we thought that doremy is like, what was that, low 5-minute was something? No, Sake's like, I'll just one-up that by a literal minute.
It was just very funny to see, like, Sake Gohan initially was, like, not playing terribly fast, and then was like, okay, as soon as the pieces get faster, I get faster. Usually it's the inverse. You try to take as much time as possible to avoid any misdrops, but, I mean, sometimes you just, you know, have a leap of faith, and it can work wonders.
And Shocky's gonna need a leap of something right now because he needs to win this game in order to force a decider. That wouldn't even be the end of the match. He has to force a decider.
That is incredibly terrifying. Also, we're getting note as well from the team at Enhanced. So, although we can't confirm if that's a PB from Sake Gohan, we can confirm that that was 20,000 points away from a world record on a level 20 start. So either Sake Gohan has a higher world record and the world just does not know it yet, or that was 20k points away, which was, I mean, at that rate, probably like half a Tetris or half a T-spin. And we're getting another incredibly high-scoring transition. Oh my goodness, 1.45 from Sake Gohan, even more score than previous.
Oh my gosh.
And although I will say Shocky is definitely keeping up in terms of lines per second, or I guess lines per minute appropriate, I don't know. It's going too fast at this rate. All right.
The level of precision for Sake Gohan to play this fast and to still be flawless, like look at this.
Hold on. They sacrificed some T pieces. I'm not sure if that's worth it in the long run, but then again, they are a little behind on the I piece count, so perhaps.
You were saying?
Perhaps. I said perhaps. There's ambiguity. There's ambiguity. And again, like, although, yes, it can feel like you're wasting time with some of these. I mean, they're at level 28 right now. Not even 4 minutes in. Still, basically flawless piece placements. About to hit a 2.8 million, speed level 29. Misdrops
there was a break. There was a break.
Are we going to see a 2.9? Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, wait, but Shocky.
That's still sub 4 minutes, 2.9 score. Shocky right now is DTing mid-game to try and keep this efficiency up.
Okay.
And there is a skim in the process.
1,000,000 points in the next less than 2 minutes.
Well, is resorting to T-spin triples, but again, over a long extended period of time, that's not as efficient as T-spin doubles. And that's a lot harder to maintain clean back-to-back. All right, I think Shocky going to take some skims, try and reset, but we're going to need to see probably at least a level 31 out of Shocky at this rate. 800k out.
Okay.
All right, setting up.
That misdrop. Yeah, level 28, down by 600,000 points.
I mean,
almost 700,000.
We have seen Zin come back from 1,000,000 points of deficit, but that was about 40 or so lines to make that happen. And already on speed level 29, we can see Shocky losing control of Das here and there. Halfway up the board. Is there an option? And I don't think there's going to be a way out of this one.
And the streak has officially been broken.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I just watched.
Can I just say something real quick? Sorry, like I'm coming in a bit early, but let me just say something real quick. Score attack rounds are not supposed to be this short.
No, they're not.
I have never seen. I like you guys started commenting. Like I was watching a little bit. Someone pinged me on Discord, so I decided to look at it. I turned back, and the round's almost over. Sake Gohan just like speeding through score attack like that. I don't have any words. I don't really have any words for that other than just like, what?
I mean, keep in mind as well, the only rounds that Sake Gohan dropped were one score attack to OSW, which, I mean, if you only saw
Props
the main
to
stream right
OSW
now,
for that.
yeah, mad respect for that dub on OSW's part. And then 2 games lost in Classic against Super Shocky. Again, I don't know what Super Shocky's PB is on Classic.
1.1 million area.
Yeah, like, I think out of most of our Tri-Effective participants that didn't qualify explicitly on Classic, I think is probably the most talented Classic player under those constraints. and just literally 3 games over the entire zone battle in trifecta bracket. And that is the only amount of losses from Sake Gohan. Absolutely incredible play, incredible talent. And honestly, I think now we just got to start saying that was robotic to things that just blow our mind. Because there's no other way I think we can describe this.
Like when Sake Gohan misdropped, it was a reminder. It's like, oh, he's still human.
Yeah.
You get that once every 3 rounds, by the way.
I don't think I've ever, like, I don't think we'll, just never out there. Like, never have I ever just seen gameplay so, like, efficient and, like, really, like, just close to perfect as you can really get. It's baffling. It really is just like, I'm like dumbfounded by it. There's no other way to put it. Wow.
Tetris today has been phenomenal. We had that amazing display by Sake Gohan.
Yeah.
Then, you know, on CTM, there was double colors achieved by Dog and Blue Scooty in a match.
Oh,
Yeah.
that did happen today, didn't it? Oh, but
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
seen.
Wait.
I think it gets said like every single year by some person, whether modern or classic, but like they keep saying it's the year for Tetris. Every year is just gonna be the year for Tetris at this point, with how much we keep seeing things change. Like every year, like we see players outdoing themselves. Like nonstop.
We're live adding to the player spotlight list. Hold on. We've got Shen on the editing.
Like each time you think it's like, oh, this is peak. You know, surely we can't get any better, and we are proven wrong every single time.
Actually, wait, hold on.
And you know what? Like I'm glad that we get proven wrong. That it's like, oh, we can't get any better than this.
Yeah.
That just shows that there's no shortage of being surprised by what people can pull off in these games.
Yeah, like Dog getting 1.8 million in classic score attack. Hello.
Yeah, like that is unheard of.
Score tag. A lot of people don't like. We've gotten like, it's so impressive. It is absolutely so impressive. It's just like there's like, what better way to celebrate 40 years of Tetris than with like what we've seen across this entire year?
Yeah,
It's been wild, just like, all around.
It's been so crazy.
All around the globe, you might say.
Yeah, like it's the game that everyone plays, you know? Just like keep playing it. Like if you want to get into it, there's no better time. Like who knows, you could be the next one.
You could be the next Blue Scooty, right? In the next Sake Gohan.
Like it's like people like, if people kind of just say, oh, I'm just gonna give up because like there's all these people just coming out of the scene. You could be the next big one. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, there's like this 8-year-old by the name of Zro who plays classic. He's rolling. I think he's like a Tetris or so off of a max out.
Oh my!
Friendly reminder: Sake Gohan's only in middle school, folks. So
yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Sake Gohan is like a middle schooler.
But no,
it's crazy.
I'll also give another shout out. I don't think they played in TECWC this year, but we did have them in Block Party. Riku was another very talented player.
Oh yeah,
but is like
elementary schooler.
Yeah, like barely out of elementary school, if that. I think their like first tournament, they were like probably half the height of everyone else there, and I think they only lost to Amamiya or something like that in the PvP bracket. Which is just like, I can't believe that this person is playing Tetris, let alone winning every game. Like
we have so many new people coming into this game. This game legitimately, I don't think could ever die, even if.
The only place to go is up until you top out, in which case the only place to go is down.
No, the board for Tetris potential has no limit. You're not topping out. You can make as many misdrops as you want. You can just build on top of it. we've seen so many people just rise up out of nowhere. Like, the term dark horse gets thrown around. At this point, every single newcomer is one. Like, there's no better time to be a Tetris player. I don't think there's any better time to be a Tetris player.
All right, guys. I know that was super hype. I'm pretty sure, knowing we all love this game, that we can keep talking about what just happened for another hour if we wanted to. If we want to have a podcast extension here, but yes, let me pause for a moment just to get a nice sound bite in here. Congratulations, Siaka Gohan. Here, let me restart. Congratulations, Siaka Gohan, for being the champion of Tetris Effect Connected World Championship 2024's Tri-Effecta event, taking out Super Shocky in the grand finale. And I see you, doremy, at third place. Very nicely done as well. And they will be taking home some trophies. So here's that first place trophy in the center with the golden frame. As you can see, there's a little divot there where you can place the cube in. Or perhaps it's levitating. I don't know if there's any magnet play going on. Sky, I don't want to give you a heart attack if you're listening. But yes, these are our trophies. So congratulations to Siaka Gohan. Super Shocky for almost getting the hat trick. Not quite there. Siaka Gohan, as we can see, did deserve that victory with some impeccable gameplay. Almost won Classic too, which was probably one of the more nerve-wracking games I've ever seen of Classic, at least in Tri-Effecta terms. Because that was kind of a deal breaker for Shocky as well, right? I think we all kind of knew that. But
at least Shocky can say he beat Siaka Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, if that upset, or excuse me, well, I say upset like it was. I mean, again, if Siaka Gohan would have won Classic, we would not have had a score attack match.
Yeah.
And we would not have seen that absolute sheer madness that we witnessed.
Oh my goodness.
3 mil and a 2.9 mil over 2 games.
Crazy.
And a 4-minute average.
But yeah, I think Siaka Gohan, or formerly Akashi Arua, right? We've wanted to see them join tournaments more often. It seems like they are kind of in the zone now when it comes to joining tournaments, and I think they're going to be a mainstay of Tetris Effect, and just they're going to be the one to beat, right? So yeah, we'll see who can step up to the plate, whether it's one of our, the 12 players that already qualified. I think some of these players, whether they up their game and say Classic, for example, like that's a deal breaker, right, in the Tri-Effecta format. So and as we see over the past years, everyone's gotten good at Classic. Like, for example, ZenSS was not a Classic player before the Tri-Effecta, right, or like just TECWC in general. So yeah, it's great to see everyone evolving in this game, whether it's Tetris Effect Connected or a lot of these players play other Tetris games. Siaka Gohan plays a mean Puyo Puyo Tetris, as we saw in Block Party, and some of these players like Sodium is a NES Classic Tetris main who is able to transfer their skills here into the TECWC format. But yes, what an awesome tournament. Thank you guys for commentating. We're going to do a final shout out to our sponsors, which make this all happen, right? We wouldn't be able to do this without Tetris, the Tetris company, the primary sponsor monetarily for the prize pool. So big thank you to the Tetris company. Be sure to follow Tetris_official on Instagram, and we are actually live currently on their X/Twitter page, so be sure to follow them there. And also a big shout out to Digital Clips, our main sponsor with Tetris Forever. We've had plenty of Tetris Forever showcases over the past few weeks. Hatris being one of my favorites to showcase. We did 2 Hatris showcases, so maybe a little bias or favoritism from me. But yes, Tetris Forever, kind of a documentary meets video game with the some of the old school bulletproof software Tetris versions from the 80s and 90s, including the electronica version. But yes, thank you, Digital Clips, for sponsoring this year's TECWC. Who's next? Hyperkin. Let's Game. Be sure to check out Hyperkin. I'm going to drop this in the chat because there is a special discount right now if you are interested. With the code TECWC 2024, you can save 20% off on Hyperkin products, and there are Steam game code bundles. So if you're looking for a Christmas gift, if you want to give the gift of Tetris Effect Connected on Steam with a physical item to boot, be sure to check it out. That Tetris Effect Connected carrying case is a mainstay for me when I travel a lot between US and Canada, and that is always with me on the plane. So yes, Hyperkin, Let's Game. Remind me, guys, was the APMEX coin correct tonight? It did predict Siaka Gohan, right?
Yeah,
It did.
it did. I think
Alright.
the coin has redeemed itself.
Yes, after a brutal first year, a drought, if I may. I believe it was like 0-9 last year. It was pretty rough. Like you.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was perfect in the fact that it guessed wrong every time. But APMEX investments you hold. Do you want a cursed coin for yourself, possibly worth some money in the future? You can grab yourself a silver, gold, palladium coin of the Tetris coins, and I believe there are also some other material. You can get some like Tetramino, not keychains, but like widgets or whatever you want to call them. Doodads, some random word, but and I believe there's also you can get like a full Tetris board or something. So check that out at APMEX and search for the Tetris products there, apmex.com. And yes, let's get a shout out to Red Bull and Power Bears Tetris gummies. Actually, the gummies are really good. I got a big box of them, and I admittedly have snacked on a few bags of them. But yes, check them out. We got 20% fruit juice, sources of vitamin C and E, and then of course, I'm wondering after watching that score attack run from Siaka Gohan, if Siaka Gohan was on a Red Bull and the heart rate was through the roof, because that was absolutely insane. But yes, Red Bull, thank you for sponsoring this year's event as well. And as if Siaka Gohan needs it, they will be getting some Red Bull in the mail. So yes, great event. Thank you guys for all for watching, playing over the last, I guess, 3 weeks now, whether you were in the bronze bracket, silver bracket. We had some gold bracket broadcasts and stuff like that. I know there actually are going to be a few more casual brackets being finished up here over the next few weeks for Classic. So stay tuned for that. We might get some matches here on the Enhanced Experience Twitch. Final thing. So Enhanced, of course, puts this on. Do you want to support us? We have a few ways you can do that. Here's a fun way to do it, is the TECWC merch. We actually upgraded our product this year with the printing method and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a bit of a heavier shirt, if you have purchased the last few years, be sure to check it out. And of course, the new tote bags. I'm going to grocery shop in style with my tri-effective bag for sure. And we have some stickers and mouse pads, mouse pads are brand new this year as well. So if you're looking to get some merch and support Enhanced, please do so. We would love to have you rocking that Tetris Effect Connected merch. And last but not least, Enhanced turned 10 this year. And this is for the super Enhanced fans. We have a Sound and Visions package, which kind of features a book that has interviews from the Enhanced team alongside some images and whatnot. And for the music fans out there, we have a vinyl print for all 4 Enhanced games to date. So Res Infinite, Luminous Remastered, and Tetris Effect Connected, as well as Humanity is the first Humanity print. So if you are into the music in Enhanced games, which, you know, many of our fans are, that's actually how many people get into Enhanced games, is the music itself and the synesthesia and how that's all tied together, right? And that's in the book as well. But yes, check that out. That's Enhanced 10. I'll drop it here in the Twitch chat here. If you are a true Enhanced fan, you definitely want to check that out. Pre-orders were extended, so if you are looking to pre-order a copy of the book or the Lost in Cult vinyl collection, be sure to do so. And with that, commentators, I'll let you guys get your final thoughts in. But yes, big thank you to everyone that has participated. And that was an awesome. You couldn't ask for a better ending with that score attack triumphant gameplay from Siaka Gohan.
Yeah. Man, it's always a treat to commentate these kinds of tournaments, especially when things get as tense as they did here tonight. You'd love to see it. You just love to see it.
Truly some wild stuff on all game modes. I mean, I was rendered speechless by Zone Battle, but then Score Attack, I struggled to actually commentate because I couldn't process what I was actually watching.
When you start reading the numbers on the screen, that's about all you can do at that point.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But yeah, no, it all comes from a love of this game. It's the best game. We can say, I don't know what to say. It's just it's always a game you can just come back to. All right, well, yeah, that's gonna be it from us, I suppose. Have a good night, everybody.
From us on here, bye-bye for now.
I'm your favorite underwater host, Sharky, and I'll see you next time here at the TECWC.
We'll see you next year, guys.